Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Northernlion Live Super Show, the Thursday, May 4th, 2017 edition. I, as always, am your host, Northernlion, joined by my esteemed co-host, Rockley Smile.
Solid quartz crystal penis for decoration or pleasure, 6 inches long, 1.5 by 2 inches in girth. Let's see. So this is a work of art carved from a very large crystal of quartz. This item was not smelted or pieced together. Who needs a vibrator when you can have the natural vibration of quartz crystal? Hi.
Is 1.5 inches in diameter a lot? I'm trying to... I can't conceptualize sizes.
I'm doing like 2-3 fingers together, something like that.
3 fingers, that seems correct.
Yeah, something like that. It's probably about
3
right.
fingers together! Oh my god! I actually just... At first I was like, yeah, that's pretty big. And then I looked at it and I was like, that's too large.
Everybody's got a different standard. That's
the body of like a soda bottle or something like that.
No, that's crazy. You have huge fingers
Maybe I got some sausage fingers, but I'm holding these together. And I'm looking for something to approximate the size. This is like 3/4 the width of my cellular telephone, held in the portrait resolution.
The thing you're missing about it is that quartz crystal have a natural vibration, which will loosen you up.
Who needs mechanical vibrations when you have nature's natural vibrations? What are we talking
quartz
about?
Is known as the master healer and will amplify energy and thought, as well as the effect of other crystals. It absorbs, stores, releases, and regulates energy. Clear quartz draws off negative energy of all kinds, neutralizing background radiation, including electromagnetic smog or petrochemical emanations. It balances and revitalizes the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual planes, cleanses and enhances the organs and subtle bodies, and acts as a deep soul cleanser, connecting the physical dimension with the mind.
Did you say...
I could go on.
What the fuck did I just walk
Robert!
in? Happening?
Yeah, I need some natural cleansing. There's too much electromagnetic smog in the astral plane right now.
Those are the words I read, yes.
What is happening?
I'm telling you about what quartz crystal dildos can do for your life.
Alright. Well, yeah, okay. I'm into it.
So if you like a quartz crystal dildo, come on over to twitch.tv/RockleySmile, where I'll be giving them out.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna play like Afterbirth Plus, and then we're gonna play Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed, and then we're gonna play some Quiplash. And if Austin can stabilize his bowels, he's going to join us as well.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's a full week of shitting.
Are you live? This guy, yeah, we've been live. This show
for hours.
It's been very professional day. As I said to Chad, I got caught in traffic because it's freaking beautiful today, so everybody's like, oh, I want to go outside, and I'm like, I just want to get a lunch of raw fish delivered into my body as soon as possible. But nobody concerns themselves with what I want. Well, I gotta take my baby to the park. Stupid.
I don't give a shit about your baby.
I pay the taxes that pays the person that mows the grass at the park, and I say your baby is secondary to what I want right now. All right. I mean, they pay the taxes too, but not.
I was gonna say, you don't think the parents pay the taxes? I mean, they probably.
The baby doesn't pay the taxes, okay?
That's fair, yeah.
And the baby's getting all the benefit.
My baby's paying the taxes if I have the option.
All right, that was good. That was delicious. Okay, you want to like play Isaac? Get started here.
No, let's just talk for an hour and not actually play the game. I'd rather do that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I have a lot to talk about these crystal dildos that we haven't even gotten into yet.
You guys want to play some Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Wait, did they announce it today?
No.
It's Star Wars Day though.
They already have they've already announced Star Wars Battlefront 2, but also
I'm gonna get an Isaac seed now.
Old Battlefront.
Okay.
I was serious though. I would just not play the game if that was an option. ZM4S. ZM4S BV.
Wait, are you gonna be Eden?
No, Isaac seed. Sorry, I used the word Isaac
seed
in a casual way when I meant the character. ZM4S BVYQ. BVYQ.
No, that said no. Give it to me one more time.
ZM4S BVYQ.
Yeah, that one works.
Baby, one more time.
What did I say wrong?
No, I think I typed it in wrong.
You got this, Rob?
Not quite yet. I'm still setting up because you guys had already finished with the intro when I.
Dude, absolutely no worries. This one is actually on me.
I stealthed in the middle of the intro without him even knowing I was there, and he just said my name and I was there. I'm like a genie.
Just before I unmuted myself, I looked in the Discord and was like, Nick's here. He can handle this. He's a professional.
You adjusted on the fly. You pivoted on a dime. The parts of the show that are professional, the people should never know about.
Yeah. That's
Pivoting
fair.
mostly in crystal dildos.
You gotta... What's
pay
the
the troll
opposite
toll
of...
to get
You gotta
to
pay the troll toll. But that's actually a good idiom for this situation, because you do have to pay the troll toll, which is dealing with unprofessionality.
Yeah.
To get into this boy's hole, which is the sweet nectar of our show.
Mm-hmm.
You consider our show to be a boy's hole?
I'm just saying that's where the honey is.
I think that's a fair analogy
Well,
for the NLSS.
You know what? Now that you mention it that way, they do consider human shit to be honey, because there's the honey dipper.
Right.
So yeah, I guess the
no,
boy's
what do you
hole
mean
is what it is.
Yeah, what's the what?
The honey dipper. He goes around all the porta-johns and he cleans them out, puts them in his honey tank. Why do you act like this is not a thing?
What? Wait. Here's an important thing to note about regional dialect. What do you call a portable toilet?
Porta potty.
Porta-john, porta-potty, yeah, something. Any of those is fine.
What about an outhouse?
We don't say that much, but that's like the thing with the little moon carved in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, an outhouse is a different thing, though. Like,
It's made of wood.
Yeah, that's not. It's not
Think.
portable. It's you know. You'd have that if you went out to a cabin or something and it doesn't have indoor
The
plumbing.
Giant's cabin.
Yeah, if you went to the
Into an
Giants cabin.
outhouse, buddy. Don't outhouse explain to me what an outhouse is. I've taken a shit in some dire locations, okay? I was just testing you to see if you knew the difference between a porta-john and an outhouse.
And yet you don't know about the honey dipper, which really brings this whole thing into question for me, because if you've really been in a dire shit location, you gotta know where the shit goes ultimately.
Right, right.
I mean, I'll return to this honey dipper thing, because I still do not understand it in the least. However, I want to say that there's one huge problem with porta potties. I understand, you know, you're at a music festival. It's unrealistic to have, like, a nicely furnished bathroom. But please, like, if you want to make $1 million in a really dirty industry, invent a porta potty that has a fan in it. Because there is nothing worse than getting into one of those, and it's, of course it's going to smell like, you know, antiseptic chemicals and shit and piss. Yeah. But the air is hot and it just hangs there. Yeah. And the whole time you're in there, you're like sweating and there's like fecal vapor in your sweat, but you're like, I gotta go. Like, if I didn't have to go, I wouldn't be in here at my own leisure, you know? So.
Yeah. Hey, y'all got any of them Eden seeds?
Well, it's an Isaac seed.
It's an Isaac seed today because I didn't feel like it.
Isaac seed. All right.
So
y'all got any of them Isaac seeds?
Yes, ZM4S.
Yeah.
BVYQ.
Gracias mucho, senor.
No problem. So the thing you're forgetting about the idea of the toilet exhaust fan, which sounds like a great idea on its surface, is you're now going to have a row of most likely aligned toilets all facing the same direction with the exhaust outputting in the same direction, and you're going to have that shooting that gas vapor out into the world, basically creating a green cloud around your music festival.
I have a solution to that problem.
What?
Okay.
Just point them at the drum circle.
Oh, clever.
Yeah.
Get two birds stoned at once.
I did not think of that.
You know what you could do also is, okay, I got a great idea. Here's what you do. You pretend to be a bug exterminating company.
Okay, yeah.
And you set up the porta potties inside the tents, vent the gas through the chimney stout, you know, thing. No one will be the wiser. Yeah, the chimney stout.
Pretend to be a bug exterminator. So there's like a clandestine sanitation element here.
Right.
It's like, we're going to clean your stuff without you knowing.
Exactly.
I don't fully follow.
Exactly.
Yeah, Chad's got a good question. Where do the vampires come into play here?
Okay, so the vampires are where you keep them in the basement because they feed on human excrement. I don't know if you guys were aware.
The vampires are where you keep them in the basement.
Yeah, they're aware of that,
vampires.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
They're the shit vampires.
It sounds like something out of Trailer Park Boys.
It's actually David Bowie's second album.
Shit Vampires?
Shit Vampires, yeah.
Shit Vampires.
Shit Vampires from Mars.
Yeah, which Bowie is that? Is that, Wowie Zowie era David Bowie? Wait, that's Pavement.
Diamond Dogs era.
Yeah, Diamond Dogs.
You're thinking Ziggy Stardust is what you're
Ziggy Stardust, that's the
trying
one.
Trying to get on the Ziggy Stardust train.
Zig. Do you mind if I go back to crystal dildos? Because like I said, I really have a lot more to go into.
Yeah,
let's be honest, this conversation was going nowhere.
That's what I was thinking as well. When we got to shit vampires, I was like, all right, pretty much done here.
No, that's fair.
So, do you want to hazard a guess as to what some of the standard practices are for maintenance of a crystal dildo?
Oh, well, I mean, you've gotta...
There's an actual answer to this, by the way.
I know, you gotta re-up its chakra power at some point. Like, if you drain too much of the cosmic energy into your folds, then you gotta take it to a place of power.
Are your folds your labia?
Yes.
Is that what you're getting at here?
What place do you put this for the place of power? Do you have any place in mind specifically? Because there is an answer.
Like a stream?
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad answer. That's close to the real answer.
How about a, you know how like they have cock rings that fit over your cock?
Yeah, they call those sheaths. Those are sheaths.
Right.
Or i.e. all of them?
Yeah, well, no, but my point is...
Full body cock ring.
Wait, it fits over your whole penis?
The whole member, and then it cups the balls in a little, like, circle.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like a chastity jumper or something.
It's the opposite of a chastity. It's
a hedonistic jumper.
Yeah, I don't know what the right word is for that, but I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
one of those.
Any other guesses before I give you the actual?
I was saying maybe like the dead center of a forest or something.
Oh, you gotta measure it out?
Yeah, you gotta like look at Google Maps. Or they sell like purifying water that you can just use to rinse it.
That diamond water, it's been blessed by the Shahs of Sunset or something.
The Shahs of Sunset.
What do they call that lady?
I think it was the Shahs of Sunset.
No, it is, yeah. That's
Persian pomp priestess. The Shahs of Sunset. Am I wrong? I mean, why are you laughing at that?
No, I find that show to be humorous. Also, my mother loves it, so.
Oh, I didn't know it was a show. I just thought that was that lady's name in, like, popular culture.
No, it's a reality TV show about a Persian family who are very extravagant. And boy, do they get into some kooky situations.
I bet they do.
I thought that was the movie about the Austrian guy who helped smuggle a lot of Jews out of Germany during this. That's Borat.
Yeah, you're thinking of Borat. Yeah.
I gotta change my IMDb ratings.
Just copy Dan's. That's what I do. Actual answers regarding quartz crystal dildos. This may not apply to other types of crystal, be it amethyst, garnet, anything you can come up with, really.
Right, yeah.
Right, clandestine Steven Universe reference. Don't think I didn't notice that.
It wasn't intended as one, but could be one if you go backward to it. So most quartz crystals and hard stones can have a bath in cool water with salt. Almost all stones and crystals can be put on a plate of natural salt for a few hours, then flush the salt down the toilet. That's in parentheses.
Right.
And also take them out in nature. They love to be out in nature.
Hold on.
What else is there?
The
crystals do, yeah.
The crystals love being out of nature. Everybody knows that.
So many people do not understand why their crystals lose their high frequency, and they remember it having one when they first received it. All crystals have a life force, or what they call orgone energy, exactly like all living things on Earth. Crystals not only carry information, but they absorb negative energies just like humans. Just like we may take a shower, listen to music, go out in nature to give us a cleansing and higher frequency, stones also love all those things to clear them of negative energies they have absorbed. So take them out in nature, please.
What about, like, reading them a book or a bedtime story?
That is not on the list, to my knowledge, so well, does it clear negative frequencies from you?
Depends on the book.
Yeah.
All right, let's say Ann Coulter.
Ann Coulter, my favorite Tolstoy novel. I really like the part of the end where she lays on the train tracks and dies.
Jesus. All right.
You did with that way better than I thought you were gonna. All right.
Woo!
All right.
So are you reading this off of that website that that the person on Twitter linked us about the crystal dildo?
No, not at all. This is completely from my own personal experience.
Okay, that's because, see,
it sounds like I'm reading, but I'm not reading it. This is just me.
Jess was reading from that website on Twitter of the crystal dildos.
Yeah.
And turns out that person sells a bunch of different crystal stuff. Only the one dildo. Just the dildo. Bunch of others.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Well, when you hit oil, stop drilling, right?
Right, yeah.
Or start if the oil...
Or, continue to drill, but don't drill any deeper.
Right, yeah.
Drill as much as you need, really.
You're gonna harm your sphincter if you go too far.
Well, as long as it's rounded on the ends. Yes, this was from the Crystal Dildo website. That is correct. Lady's got, like, kind of a funky hand holding up that glass cock. It's not glass.
It's quartz.
Yeah, it's quartz. I don't know why I said glass. It's kind of like the whole point. I used it as if it was like a material analog, but it is not.
Yeah, well, I mean, glass doesn't have any oligarchic energy, Nick.
That is absolutely
Orgon.
Yeah, right, Orgon energy.
Orgon.
Obviously. How would I... Come on, now.
I read once that glass is actually in a state of ultimately slow suspension. It moves sort of like molasses, but at a frequency that's far lower than we can perceive. So if you leave glass alone for like 1,000 years, it'll almost melt into a puddle.
But what happens if you read it and Coulter?
Well, then it's gonna lose all of its Gorgon juice.
It'll turn to stone?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the Gorgon juice is what keeps them from turning to stone, I believe.
Exactly, yeah.
And then they pass it on to you, which is why you turn into stone.
Lose all of its Gorgon juice. That's a great reference to the 1998 film Small Soldiers.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, I think I'm gonna die in this room.
Nice,
really wish I wasn't in this room. Okay, I'm dead.
I took Bob's brain, so I'm definitely gonna die on this run.
I went too hard on the devil deal. Shouldn't have done it.
You guys take experimental treatment that lowers your damage to 2.5 and Strange Attractor?
Oh, good luck with this run. Great. Have fun. I'm gonna have to be reading a lot more Crystal Quartz dildo stuff for you then.
We're doing what Gorgonites do best. It's too bad there's not a good, snappy word for masturbation that could fit in there, because we're doing what Gorgonites do best. We're fucking doesn't really work. You know, I don't know. Licking, like it takes away from the joke at that point, unfortunately.
I really liked that movie when I was a kid.
Small Soldiers?
Yeah, I was like super into it. I was also into this other movie that is also really bad. I think it's called like I don't remember. I think it's called like Star Warrior or something.
I thought you were gonna say Star Wars.
I think that's what he's getting at.
No. He's talking about the little kid goes and plays an arcade game in the middle of nowhere, and then he gets abducted onto a spaceship because he's the best in the world.
Flight of the Navigator.
It's like The Last Starfighter, I think.
No. Okay, basically what happens
I love that movie.
It's a kid, like a kid is...
He lives on a desert planet with 2 suns, and...
Yeah, he really wants some more fluid condensers, and he wants to... he doesn't want to reset the power coils,
Kinda wants to fuck his sister a little bit, I've heard.
Right, yeah, but Uncle Lars, you know, he's just thinking about
his Uncle Owen.
Owen, same thing, whatever.
That's Larry Skywalker we're talking about, right?
On
Hangs
all
out with that
days,
weird bear.
You choose today to insult Star Wars.
Hey, I played a shitty Star Wars game for 4 hours today, alright?
Was it Battlefront?
Yeah, it's Battlefront.
The new one, too, not the old one.
Yeah,
the new one, yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
But it's like the perfect example of like, let's not ever like get mad at a company until they make a sequel to a beloved game, because it almost always turns out like garbage. Like,
yeah.
Hey, remember that time EA had a new IP, or maybe it's just EA is the example here, but remember that time EA had an awesome new IP where you were like a first-person parkour secret agent, and then like the first game came out and it made some people throw up, but it was largely pretty well liked, and then we got really, really rabid over a sequel, and then the sequel came out and it sort of sucked.
But it's of their own volition that they suck. I mean, a lot of Rob's problems were to do with DLC bullshit.
That's true, actually. Granted, I was shitty at the game, but
yeah, but there was hackers and there were dudes with pay-to-win guns.
Yeah, apparently, it was a common thread in people commenting during the matches that people were using this one DLC gun that's apparently OP.
Is it a lightsaber?
No, that would be badass, though.
You got hit with a few of those as well by Mr. Darth.
That's true. I was Darth Vader for a time, and that was fucking awesome. That was really cool.
Do you need to earn enough? You get a kill streak and then you can become Darth Vader for a bit?
No, see, that's how it worked in Battlefront 2. You would get a hero unlock if you got a kill streak. Right, yeah. But in this one, I think you just pick up a power coin and become a Power Ranger, like Zordon.
Okay.
Yeah. But you pick up the power. You pick up this power.
So you're gonna say a list of things like Zordon, and you just trailed off. I want more.
Yeah. No, yeah. But then you pick it up, you become Vader, and it was cool. It was badass. I was running around, fucking force choking people, and slicing people up. It was sweet.
Careful who you force choke. Some of them like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
If they call you daddy, you should either stop or kill them.
Or keep going. I mean, what if you're into that?
That's
too,
true.
Yeah.
Maybe aim to please.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. I am actually cautiously optimistic of Battlefront 2, the second Battlefront 2 that they're making.
Battlefront 2.
So it begins.
Yeah, yeah.
The new 3DSX Battlefront 2.
It sounds like they've listened to the fans.
You know what they should do? But absolutely, oh my lord.
Right, we have a Pokemon battle going
Robert!
down.
What'd I do?
Summon your Snorlax.
You're getting a phone message.
I'm getting a... Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm sorry.
Fight him.
I did not even hear that.
Summon your Charizard.
You're the only one in the freaking universe who didn't hear it then.
Alright, well, I'm sorry, but I didn't have a lot of time to set up.
No, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay.
Nah, I'm sorry. My apologies.
That's alright.
Sorry,
I have a quote in a trailer on Nintendo's YouTube channel, so they legally have no recourse to claim a video.
That's true, actually.
I said Tumbleseed was potentially the next roguelite that could take the world by storm.
I remember you saying that.
Nintendo bought it hook, line, and sinker.
Like you believed it.
Something for you. But what they should do, but never will do, and maybe they shouldn't do it because it could also be bad, is just...
That's a great sentence.
See, I'm not very strong in my convictions on this one, but they should give the Star Wars license to Ubisoft, and then Ubisoft should just make a For Honor sequel that's Star Wars themed.
Fuck yes!
Oh, Masters of Terras Kasai 2 For Honor Edition.
Yeah, but I say this as someone who probably has let's be honest, 70 hours in Star Wars.
Lose your
Masters
hours.
of Terras. Yeah, but is there's a chance I might return.
You might return of the Jedi. You never know.
That game was bad.
It was awful.
And also,
but I played it too.
I'm trying to. There's so many characters in that. You're like, oh, who would be in that game? Well, obviously you got Darth Vader, and I think you got Luke Skywalker. I can't remember, but you got Mara Jade. Who gives a shit? And then you got Thok or whatever his name is. It's just
the axe.
That's a Pokemon, actually.
It's just the dude who guards the Rancor pit in Jabba's palace.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
I want to play as Thok.
Well, they took another stab at it with Soul Calibur, and it was actually pretty fun. They had a ton of Star Wars DLC characters in Soul Calibur for some reason.
Really?
It wasn't...
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I don't really know why that happened, but it happened.
It's like a Soul Calibur thing, right?
They have
platform-specific characters that are fan servicey.
And by a ton, I think I mean 2. I think it was Yoda and Darth Vader, if I remember correctly.
That's a ton by Soul Calibur standards. Well, it's usually just the one, right?
They had Link, and they had Spawn, and they had Heihachi in Soul Calibur 2.
All right, yeah.
Spawn was the Xbox version, because Xbox is the edgiest.
It had the greenest, glowingest eyes.
Heihachi was the PlayStation because that's the most Japanese of the 3 consoles. And then Link obviously was the Neo Geo because
right, yeah,
because he's a new Geo.
Mm-hmm.
New
I used
Geo.
to know a guy named Geo once.
His name was Geo?
His name was Geo, yeah.
Is it short for like
Giuseppe?
Giordano or something? Or yeah, Giuseppe?
I don't know, actually.
Giancarlo?
I didn't really like him very
Oh,
much. He was kind of
Giancarlo!
That's a totally Canadian name.
Could have been a Giancarlo. I'm not sure.
I had no idea how to spell that the first time I encountered it. I was like, is it spelled John? Like John, then dash Carlo?
John Carlor.
He has fucked everything, and will.
I knew a Giovanni. I mean, that's pretty dope.
He was my rival.
You and Rob went to the same high school, I guess.
Yeah, did you know this same Geo? Because this guy was like a total asshole.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, got him.
You wouldn't understand.
I don't. I'll be honest.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, new Star Wars movie looks pretty good.
So I have an anecdote from my experience out today.
Okay.
And it's a great anecdote. It's a victimless anecdote because I'm the person who comes across looking like an asshole for petty reasons. And these are my favorite kinds because you can really go all in when it's really yourself you're insulting.
Yeah.
So,
Can't wait.
we went to this is popping off like the poke revolution. I'm not saying it's Pokemon Go level, but this like Hawaiian, raw fish salad hipster stuff is popping off. And it's delicious. It's poke. It's a dish. Okay, I haven't really given you the greatest lead so far. But 2 weeks ago, we went to this poke restaurant for takeout, and it was super fast. It was like 10 minutes. Today, I went there. There was a lineup. It was like 45 minutes to get served takeout. So like it's approaching ridiculous levels.
Approaching?
Well, okay, it is at extremely ridiculous levels already. Yeah. But the dude who was working that place was really nice. So we get up to the front after waiting for a long time, and he's making conversation. He's like, "So what are you guys up to today? Just working, or?" And then I looked him dead in the eye, and I said, "Hopefully." And he went.
Did he wince?
He went, "Hopefully." And then I just sort of like, and then I just iced him. I didn't give him anything else after that point. And that kind of soured the interaction. And then as soon as I left, I was like, he can't possibly even really know what that meant because it's such a weirdly like veiled passive-aggressive thing to say. Then we just paid and left, and I felt really bad. Especially because I could have just gone to the place like half an hour earlier and it would have avoided this problem, but either way.
He wanted a follow-up, and you gave him nothing. So he was forced to awkwardly stew in that he doesn't know how to react to this, what he thinks is an insult.
I was also, like, while I was there, I'm like, you got 3 people working behind this counter, but everybody's dependent on everybody else to do their job, so it's like the worst Henry Ford assembly line of all time. It's like the one dude can't do his job until you pass him the bowl, and the other dude needs to see if you get any premium toppings to ring you through. Like, your workflow's almost, and I wasn't going to tell him that. It was, from a business analyst perspective, this place has got, you got a 45-minute lineup, you're probably doing okay, but...
You should have told them all those things. They might have appreciated it.
I had time to, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, the roasts continue! I hope he watches the show, honestly.
If he does, no disrespect meant.
Except, like, entirely, because that was the whole point of you saying that, wasn't it?
But I'm happy your business is popping off, because, like, it is pretty good.
What was it, like a ceviche kind of thing?
I think it's similar, because they also had that on their menu.
Okay.
But it is basically...
poké.
A poké.
Right, yeah.
And what do they eat in Canada? Ice poké. Wait, let me try that again. What do Hawaiians eat when they come to Canada? Ice poké. Okay, so see.
Yeah, no, I like it.
All right, but like, so what? It's basically like, it's a bowl of food, and the primary ingredient is usually a type of raw fish, primarily tuna, sometimes salmon. I suppose you can make it with whatever you want, though. And then there's like pineapple thrown in, and your choice of whatever like toppings you might want, like some mango or some salsa or some crab salad or something like that. You get the idea.
Can you get it cooked?
Probably not, but maybe.
I don't know why you want to eat raw fish like every day. Doesn't sound good to me.
Just like really like raw fish.
The texture is so gummy and weird.
What?
It depends on the type of...
I don't even dislike sushi, but like when it's all you have in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're not in like sushi grade fish, then it won't be particularly good to eat raw.
I'm not saying you should have it like every day, but I could eat it, and probably do eat some form of raw fish like 2 to 3 times a week.
Wow, that's really high, actually.
Dude, it's the West Coast. They can't get enough of it here. They're ape shit over it.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna run out of water soon, so that's probably why.
I think
get your licks in
I think we're good until you guys invade us. At which point, just the fact that Canadians and Americans could do an entertainment program together would seem like a distant and cruel joke. But you know, until then, like we're crushing it.
How do you think that, like, what would play out if, like, Trump got on national TV, like, tomorrow and was like, we're invading Canada?
From a conventional standpoint, like, our military would be overrun in, like, weeks, probably, but it would be, like, the worst guerrilla fighting. It would make, like, Vietnam look like a children's birthday party or something like that.
Would it, though? You think Canada would fight back at that point?
Absolutely, dude. We gotta staunchly... Half of Canadian identity is not being American. To compromise that would be like, you know, it would be extremely un-Canadian. People would go down swinging.
There'd be so many casualties. Wouldn't it just be better for everyone to just roll over and take it?
Yeah, I mean,
or you could also like not invade is the other thing.
No,
like,
we're already past that point. It's happening. So we gotta figure out what the best answer is now.
Boots are on the ground, man.
Boots are on the ground.
Go back. Yeah.
There's no going back. Look, I mean, I would flee north so fast. I would go to a part of Canada that even Canadians don't want. You know, I'd be up in like alert, minus 60 degrees in July.
That's a thing.
They always put it on the weather report because, like, whenever you watch it,
alert. I've heard of that. Yeah.
You go like, holy shit, this country's like really tall. It's a tall ass country. There's a place up there called Alert. It's named after the state of mind you have to be in if you live there. Because one wrong move, you get caught in the snowdrift and you're just done. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, once you guys made it into like the parts of the country that own a lot of guns, it would be bitter.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, probably.
I don't blame you. I just don't want to see everybody get killed for no reason.
Yeah, you might as well just accept your new overlords.
For no reason.
We want all that sweet Canadian
freaking
whatever it is we want. I don't know.
Yeah.
You guys have oil, right? You got some oil?
We got water and oil.
Yeah, alright, you're done.
There you go. That's it.
Trying to think of what else.
That's pretty much the whole list.
Pretty rich in, like, lumber, although, you know, I don't really follow politics. But,
we got
like,
some of that.
Yeah.
You guys, like, don't like our lumber and we don't like your milk? It's something like that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Why don't you like our milk?
I don't, dude, I don't know.
Doesn't come
I thought
in
we were all
bags.
cool up here. All of a sudden, every other day, we're getting put on blast by these White House press releases. They're like, I didn't realize I was compromising NAFTA by buying, like, Canadian cheese or something, but apparently my purchasing decisions are putting Wisconsin farmers out of business.
Wow, that's pretty fucked up.
Let's see who fired the first shot. You thought it was us.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. I just wake up and I check Reddit and I'm like, what am I supposed to be mad about today? Oh, you know, stop buying Canadian winter coats.
Just be frozen. It's easier.
You really should at this point.
Yeah, they don't have hood milk in Canada, I don't think.
We don't have hood milk.
How do you think that would blow over in America? Like, do you think
Canada
like people would be
us?
like, no, I mean like if we invaded Canada, you think people would be like,
I would hope, and I know your country is very divided, but I would hope it would be at least like 85% disapproval of that decision. I think that there's a 15% of the population that is just hopeless. Like, that no matter what, they would be like, yeah, I'm in.
I don't want to come across too partisan, but the numbers that have been shown in various places make me think that that's a bit generous.
I mean, but if the government proposed a resolution that drop a nuclear bomb like on California, I think that even 15% of America would be like, fuck it, let's do it. Long time coming, right? So I would like to think we're in like that range.
Oh man, that'd be pretty rough if 15% of America was like, yeah, fuck it, nuke 'em. Oh god.
I'm sure there's a way you could frame it. That's politics, right?
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean,
It's really weird.
California, right?
We just had
not at all.
In 2015, we had like a bitter federal election in Canada, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but the American election was like a little bit bitter, and there's like
I don't know what you mean.
Legacy and resentment as a result of that. And then there's a provincial election next week in British Columbia, and it's just like, it seems almost like cartoonishly quaint, even though there's real issues, like some serious real issues, but still you're like, nobody's saying like, I grab her by the pussy. Nobody's saying that. Like, I was like, come on, like, where's my political entertainment? The election is next week, and I haven't even had like 1/10 of the scandal we had this time last year. What about the emails? Anybody got any juicy emails or something?
What about them? Still waiting on that.
It's just like, I'm like, this is what politics used to be like, and it's weird, and now it's strangely foreign.
There was that one guy when they were talking about net neutrality recently. There was that one dude who was like, yeah, but people don't need to use the internet.
Or, you know, if you can't afford healthcare, just stop buying a fucking iPhone every year, idiot. How about that one?
that guy was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Fucking idiot, buying an iPhone.
Yeah, but that's like real politics, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where the line is for this exactly that we want to stop
I think
at.
the line is less blurry for you guys because you're living it.
Yeah.
Right. It may be more blurry, in fact, is the way I'm seeing it.
True, yeah. Well, now that your optician's fees aren't covered, they might never have been covered.
They have never been covered. No.
Yeah, I have to pay to go to the eye doctor as well.
Yeah.
I wanna talk about something, and I don't want to play into Robert's deep-seated fear of dentists.
Excuse me? Oh, okay.
No, I don't want to play into your
Excuse me?
deep-seated.
Yeah.
I don't want to play into your deep-seated fear of dentists.
Okay.
But why are teeth so special? Who's the two big doctors?
Oh,
you got one doctor who's like the rest of your body, and then you got one doctor who's just like that little part right there.
Oh yeah.
Why don't there's eye, nose, and throat doctors? There's gastroenterologists.
Yeah.
There's gynecologists. All of them do a thing.
Yeah, but ENTs don't go see me in 6 months, you know?
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Dentist the Wise? Because, boy, I have got some stories for you.
I don't know what to say to that. Go.
Please, yeah.
No. Basically, I'm just
oh,
saying.
See, I thought there was a story. You set me up for
no,
a story.
I mean, well, it's, you know, it's Star Wars Day. I want to do some Star Wars memes, you know?
That's fair enough.
Yeah, but, yeah, no, I feel you, man. I totally feel you. And why does tooth surgery cost $800 bajillion?
I don't know if I just have like a good dentist, but every time I go to my dentist, I'm reminded of how much I disagree with you. about being so like skeptical of dentists. Because like I went there, and this dude is always like, "Hey, if you don't floss better, we're gonna have to like pull that tooth." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever, dude." You know, in my back of my head, there's like a little Robert that's like, "Sure, whatever. I'm never gonna die, right?"
Robert.
I'm
Why does that
invincible.
keep coming up?
But then this time I've been flossing really well. We got this water pick, and I got that thing cranked up to like 9. I'm sandblasting my teeth every night. And then he came and talked to me today, and I was like, "Oh, here we go." And he's like, "Hey, you've been doing a good job flossing. Like your X-rays look exactly the same as they did 6 months ago." And I was like, "You know what? This is a nice dentist."
That's crazy. I wouldn't trust an American dentist to do that at all.
I mean, I got very little bad to say about my oral surgeon. He's done a great job with me over the last year. I'm finally getting my tooth on Tuesday.
Woo!
I get to have a tooth again.
Nick, you're getting implants?
Yeah. After all this time, I have this little metal threaded thing sticking out of my gums. I get to actually have a tooth on it now.
Can you feel it with your tongue?
Oh yeah, it's sticking out. You can see it in the camera if I showed it to you. You don't want to look at it though.
Ah, that sounds intense. Why couldn't they give you a tooth before?
You have to wait for it to heal for 6 months.
Yeah, likely story. Dentists.
I will say, though, for the 10 seconds right after he told me that I was in a good spot, I was really happy. But then he was like, hey, just make sure you keep flossing well. Use the water pick twice a day. And I was like, oh, dude, come on now. That's a little ridiculous. And then once every 2 days, use normal floss. And I just looked at him and I was like, okay, we both know that's not gonna happen. You're actually asking me to floss like 20 times a week. So that's too much, man. You gotta fight your battles.
Got a limit.
You gotta, yeah, you're trying to give me a Treaty of Versailles here or something like that. That is a dental bending over. I can't floss that much.
That's too much. Dental goddamn.
Yes. Yeah, nice. Nice. Yeah. Ah!
I don't know. This is very like Seinfeldian territory. Why does the dental hygienist insist on trying to have a conversation with you while your mouth is open?
I know. I'm so mad about that one.
Like she's not just talking. If she was just talking, that'd be fine.
She asks you actual questions.
She's like, you know, oh, what did you do this spring? And I'm like, well, you got a hook in my gum right now. Do you want me to answer your question?
I bet if you answered, they'd yell at you for it.
Well, I answered whenever she wants like full words, but then she like pulls the hook out of my mouth and listens, and I'm like, I mean, I get it.
But you're costing your own time at that point.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like having a conversation, but at the same time, I'm not like having the time of my life in this chair. If you would, I'd like to finish it as quickly as possible.
I've had this exact same thought process.
I have a question. Are they paid hourly?
I mean, you don't pay them hourly.
Oh.
They might be paid.
It doesn't matter, right?
Do you see what I mean?
No, I don't.
I sort of do, but
I don't see what you mean.
It's like when a taxi cab driver drives you in circles around the city, you know?
I'm not paying them hourly, so who cares?
But taxi drivers, you.
Yeah, I'm talking about the dental hygienist.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I don't think you pay them hourly.
I don't think you do either. I'm really more playing a character, to be honest.
Okay, yeah.
But at the same time, you know, I do like outside of the joke, some, you know, some misgivings with the nature of the contract that I have between a dentist and myself.
Right. Yeah. But it's like you expect them to police themselves, basically.
Yeah.
That's
which
like
is
there's
why
no adjudicator that. Like, you're never in a dentist's office, and then, like, the principal comes in and goes, like, I'm just here for observation.
Yeah.
They're human beings like everybody else. They're gonna take advantage sometimes.
Yeah, that's mainly the thing. Like, I have trouble trusting someone who, gets more money based on the more problems I have. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like... It's a conflict of interest that maybe it's my untrustworthy mentality.
No, I see. It's like if you were buying a house and the home inspector worked for the real estate agent. And also they were both the same person.
Yeah.
So the real estate agent was like, oh, this house is really good.
I don't know. You really think, like, what about an accountant? You're going to give them all your financial information. Are they just going to steal all your money every time? Sure, there's going to be a case where it's happened. It doesn't mean you can't trust any.
Well, no, but like, I don't also, like, my point is, like, if he's like, oh, you've got a, biclavial, sex menage.
Oh, they're just making up terms now.
Yeah,
well, no, but I'm saying, like, I'm not going to be like, that sounds, I don't think you're right. Like, you're just gonna be like, all right, cool, yeah, like, here's $10,000. You know what I mean? Like,
right, yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, as someone who's literally given a dentist $8,000, they don't usually just make up shit. Like, you can check what they say.
Yeah, but like, have you though?
Yes, I have, because it was $8,000 fucking dollars.
It really puts it into perspective, though. Like, Kate and I, we had our...
still paying for it!
We had our checkup yesterday, and it was like an hour each, and then we went up to pay, and the lady was like, that'll be $345. And I was like, nah, that's not worth it. Are you crazy?
Try again. I'll be here.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, maybe $100. That seems fair. $100 seems right.
I had that thought too.
Yeah, that's insane.
Try again.
I was like, I could buy a PlayStation 4 for that.
Right.
It was built by like a team of engineers and then also laborers.
Yeah. In China.
The part where you walk out of the
cents.
building with literally nothing but a piece of paper, that's the part that gets me. I don't own anything new now. Nothing's changed other than I just paid you a lot of money.
Yeah, it's adulthood.
Yeah.
Actually, my mom recently went to the dentist and she had to pay $1,000 for a consultation, which told her she has to pay $6,000 for a tooth surgery.
Wow.
Yeah, which is like, I mean, come on, that's can you see why I'm a little bit?
And this is for some reason the one element of doctoring where we don't feel it needs to be covered under normal insurance.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Explain
even in
that
Canada,
shit to me.
It's not. Well, again, it just comes back to why are the teeth so special, man?
Yeah.
They act
My
like you can't get
intestines
sick
might
and
be all
die.
screwed up. I might need an intestine doctor and just not know it because they don't have the lobbying dollars of the dental industry.
They probably have intestine doctors in fairness.
They definitely
But, like,
do.
you don't-
Yeah,
you
but,
don't, like, go
but there's
to
a culture, Robert. There's
Yeah.
no culture around going to the freaking gastroenterologist every 6 months.
I feel you. I agree.
Don't even start with me, jokers. People are going, oh, you guys should get a dental plan. Ain't nobody giving us dental insurance on YouTube. You
I've looked.
freaking in chat explaining to us, so why don't you just get covered under your mom's plan? I'm an adult. I can't get covered under my mom's plan.
And most moms don't have a plan anyway.
Yeah, and choosy moms choose gifts.
That's also true. They choose GIF
Yeah, they choose gifts.
because they're
But-
animated.
I mean, important to note, my mother does have dental insurance. Like,
Oh, but have you?
Wow.
You're like graduated
Congrats.
out now, maybe.
well, no, I mean like that money that she's spending, that's the amount that the dental insurance isn't covering.
That's
Wait,
right.
is it from deductible or
I don't know.
just
I'm not
doesn't
sure.
get covered?
Hard-hitting questions on the NLSS.
I want to know because this is serious
Is
shit.
that after the deductible?
I want to know because I want to know what it can be if you did
They-
have the insurance.
They said they were covering like $1,000 of the surgery or something. And,
Well, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and the surgery's like $6,000, and the $1,000 that she paid for the consultation was out of pocket.
But is it like, did she take like a ball peen hammer to her teeth and then go to the dentist and be like,
I don't remember. I don't know what it was exactly. I don't remember. But I think she had like it was. I mean, her tooth is fucked up.
yeah,
It's basically like
oh, I'm with you.
yeah. So like it's it's an understandable surgery, but like at the same time, it isn't an exorbitant amount of money, right? I mean that's a lot.
Yes. Can you make up a character that's like insurance seller, sort of like potion seller, and you need his finest insurances?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hear me out here. What if when you want health insurance, it's too expensive? What if instead you just constantly enrolled in new universities as a full-time student year after year, but never went, but made sure you paid your student fees so that you got your subsidized health insurance?
That's a good idea.
That's a decent plan.
Yeah.
The other plan you could go with is just don't get any insurance, and then when you get really sick, just pretend you're not sick.
Yeah.
That's like what most people want to go with these days.
That's what I do.
All right. We're getting too real.
Too real. Okay.
I see there's people in chat that are like, stop shitting on America. I'm not shitting on America.
I will. I live here. I can shit on it all day.
I live in Canada. And the dentist is expensive, man. It's not that big of a deal.
I say if Ryan's got his head in the right place when it comes to shitting on America, go for it. He's just as much an American to me as I am.
Yeah, like Canada and America is pretty much the same thing.
We all live on the same landmass. Who gives a shit where the line is?
Yeah.
I give a
Yeah.
shit where the line is.
Oh, you do. You would,
Yeah, you
because
would.
you're
you
above the
fucking
line.
Canadian. Yeah. But as in the words of Robin Williams, you're the loft above a really great party. Except not anymore, really. Let's be honest here.
Never heard that one. That's great.
Yeah.
I had half a bag of tortilla chips last night. I'm not proud of it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you dip them?
I'm not. I want to quantify my salsa consumption because since Since the salsa dipping conversation, this is the first time I've had chips and salsa. I use probably 80% of a large jar of salsa.
Yeah,
for half a bag.
For half of a, you know, a bag size of tortilla chips.
I think the math checks out, right?
It was like a pint of salsa.
You have given different numbers, but I think it scales to your consumption of this case.
No, I'm with you if you're angry about the salsa volume, because like I always finish the salsa like halfway through the bag, and it's like, what, I'm gonna buy 2 jars of salsa? I mean, come on now.
Well, you've seen they make a large jar, right? Like very large.
I refuse to buy a large jar.
Why?
Of salsa.
That's how they get you.
Exactly, yeah. What if you see? Because like I'm okay with having leftover chips, but having leftover salsa, what are you gonna do with leftover salsa?
Then
you have to buy more chips.
Yeah, exactly.
That is how they hard to figure out.
Yeah. That's like when they used to sell, you know, 8 hot dogs in a package and 10 hot dog buns. Like, come on, man. I don't want to buy like 30 different packs so I can get the math to add up.
The problem is though, like, even chat is struggling right now because a pint of any sauce is way too much. I would never. If someone was like, "Yeah, I eat like a pint of gravy a day," I would be like, "You're dead.
Not good.
You're a dead man, right?"
Yeah.
Maybe a dead woman, but let's be honest, probably a dead man.
One lady ate mayonnaise pizza because she wanted to be a Ninja Turtle.
Oh God.
I don't care how old she is. Like, child services should step in there.
Just saying,
either way,
she owned Ninja Turtle heads. That's all.
But salsa is literally just vegetables. So Chad is going like, that's too much salsa, but at the same time, that's probably okay.
There's like a bunch of sugar and salt in it too.
There's no sugar in salsa.
There's no sugar in
it? In a jarred salsa, I bet there's sugar.
There's definitely sugar.
I'm getting some, look.
Do you want me to go check? I got a jar of salsa right now.
I waited 45 minutes today for a raw fish salad. You think I'm buying any sugared salsa at the grocery store?
It's not gonna say sugared salsa, but I bet they
No, I mean,
sugar.
I'll just, let me go look at my jar of salsa.
Go
I'll be
look,
right back.
Go look at your jar.
I'll be right back.
Go to Fresh is Best Salsa Company in Vancouver. You tell me if there's sugar in the salsa.
I
A shit ton of vinegar? Vinegar is nature's high fructose corn syrup and xanthan gum. It's a natural preservative. You ever never go to the doctor, they go, you got too much vinegar in your diet?
I mean, they might. What if you only drink
If you had a pint of vinegar a day,
yeah,
probably,
exactly, yeah. He's definitely having too much vinegar in your diet.
Salsa is not good for you, Egg. Salsa is good for you. Somebody Google, is salsa good for you? And give me the most reputable article.
I mean, in fairness, nothing is good for you in large quantities.
All right.
Like, not even water.
So I'm going to break it down for you so that way you don't disagree on any point and we get to the point where we can actually agree. We're talking about a chunky salsa mild Tostitos brand.
Okay.
No, but not Tostitos.
That's the jar I have.
I'll accept this, but I also do want to submit before we begin that I don't consider Tostitos a representative brand of salsa for what kind of salsa I consume. And that's fine. We can still use it as a base. I'm just throwing it out there that I am buying Tostitos.
I would say this is representative of many people's salsa consumption.
I think that's fair.
That?
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. It's not that I think my salsa tastes are better. I just choose to buy different salsa.
Okay. So we'll kind of gloss over that part then. We're talking about a net weight of this one of 15.5 ounces, 439 grams. If
Give me the serving size and then the nutritional breakdown.
Actually, just give me the amount of servings in a jar.
Yeah, what's one?
Well, the serving size is actually ridiculously stupid. It says 2 tablespoons.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is that?
That's one of those like don't eat this things.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It says literally
2 tablespoons.
Says
was that
nutrition
one
facts,
chip?
serving size 2 tablespoons.
2 tablespoons is huge.
2 tablespoons is like 2 chips.
I mean, okay, I ate a lot of salsa.
That's a lot.
2 tablespoons are big, yo.
Yeah, tablespoons are big, but like
you're the scooper here, and you're saying that's a lot.
You're scooping the salsa onto your chips.
2 tablespoons is a lot, but what's the thing? The thing is, you can't just look at the serving size and be like, "This is bad for you." Ergo, the serving size is small. You know, what's the calories in 2 tablespoons of salsa? It's probably like 30 calories or something.
I'm regretting
like
breaking this down now. I wanted
what's the calories in 1 serving size, Nick?
I don't know.
We've stalled long enough. What's the calories?
Okay, calories are 10.
Yes, exactly.
But the point is, there is sugar in this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's naturally occurring sugars.
No, sugar's 2 grams of sugar.
That's naturally occurring potentially.
well, read the ingredients.
Yeah,
how much high fructose corn syrup is there in there?
Is there sugar on the ingredients?
Okay, ingredients: tomato puree, water and tomato paste, diced tomatoes and tomato juice, jalapeno peppers, onions, and less than 2% of the following: vinegar, salt, natural flavor, and garlic powder.
There's no sugar. They're natural sugars.
Yeah, but like that's still sugar.
But it's sugar from vegetables. See, this is the kind of thing where people go like, "Oh, I don't eat lettuce because it has carbs in it." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, you must be jacked." No, not really. I just like want a good excuse not to eat vegetables. Oh, that kale has too much sugar in it for. I get it if you're on keto or something, but salsa is not bad for you because of sugars in tomatoes. You can't have it both ways. You're gonna tell me tomatoes are good for you, but salsa's bad for you?
Partially produced with genetic engineering, also, if you care about that.
I don't know.
Anything with a banana in it is partially produced due to genetic
There are
engineering.
no bananas in my salsa.
Fuck.
Actually, bananas are naturally occurring. It's God's gift to humankind. Can't you see? It's naturally made for the human hand.
They're the atheist nightmare, I've heard.
Exactly.
But salsa is bad for you due to sodium. All right, Nick, give me the percentage of your RDA that one serving of salsa is. I'm betting it's probably like 7%, which is pretty high.
Sodium is 10% DV.
Yeah.
Wow,
so that is
2 tablespoons?
So you could eat way too much salt if you eat a lot of salsa.
Wow, I actually did not realize it was that high. That's insane.
That's fair.
Really high.
I can't offer too much in favor of that, except if you've ever eaten a fast food burger, then,
Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of been on this thing, like, I don't really get why salt's such a bad thing, but I know there's, like, a bunch of illnesses that come from it.
I mean, it is an inorganic material that we eat just for flavor.
Yeah, as Rob is very fond of saying, it is just rocks.
Yeah, you're pretty much just eating rocks, You're just eating ground up delicious rocks.
I like salt quite a bit.
Me too.
Dude, it's the best seasoning. Pepper's pretty good, but salt taps into something on like a primal level.
Yeah, that's true.
When you eat it,
just the idea of it is like, oh.
You ever just get like a little bit of really good butter? Your body is just like, this is all I need forever. Like on an intellectual level, you're like, I can't eat too much of this, or I'll probably die. Yeah. But every like genetic instinct in your body is like more of this.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about chocolate truffles.
Yeah, but that is...
Yeah. Well, that has salt in it.
The chocolate, dark chocolate truffles specifically, I could probably eat about 50 of those if I was not planning to live any longer.
We actually need salt in our diet. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. But I mean,
electrolytes.
See, this is where I take issue with chat. Because they just take whatever the contrarian opinion is en masse. If you go, oh, I ate a lot of vegetables, they go, oh, watch out for the sugar in vegetables. And then you go, actually, according to this, the salt's the real problem. They go, oh, yeah, but you need salt. Like, your neurons need salt to carry action potentials down the axon. So, like, just make up your freaking mind, okay? Vegetables are bad for you, salt's good for you now? This is too much. Eating too many tomatoes, just open up the freaking Mortons and pour it in.
I mean, it's important to note that we also need a certain percentage of gold in our diet as well.
And zinc.
Is that true?
Nickel as well.
I mean, it's a very, very low amount.
If you watch Full Metal Alchemist, they actually break down all the different... What?
Oh, God.
Anime is not a valid source. Let me repeat to you what my English teacher said in 10th grade. Anime is not a valid source.
Yeah, but it's like real alchemy, though. People do have different things inside of them that make them up.
Real alchemy.
No, I mean, real science that there are those bits of chemicals in us.
Yeah.
Do we really need gold in our diet? Somebody source that. Give me a valid source, because I would be interested to find out if that's true. By the way, I'm on the womb too. I'm Russian. I'm Russian.
No, you're not. You're Canadian.
Yeah, you're French Canadian, really, by that name.
Well, I have French Canadian genes.
There's a lot of people saying no, but like.
But what about entropy, though?
Because you type a no way before you looked at it in Wikipedia, like before you could have typed it. I'm curious because I just died on my run.
Isn't there like a whole bunch of saltpeter inside of people?
What the hell is saltpeter?
I don't know. Just heard the name before.
It's like a Victorian English name for like a lemon or something like that.
That's weird. You're weird.
I looked it up and no. I was gonna ask for a link, but then I remembered anytime I ask for a link, like a bunch of people get banned because links aren't allowed. Thanks a lot, Elena.
Let me see your saltpeters in chat. I like that.
Okay, yeah. I guess you don't need the gold, but an average 70-kilogram human contains 0.229 milligrams of gold.
Dude, we should be refining them down into dust.
Yeah, yeah, we really should.
Alaskan Gold 2.0. They just put people in a meat grinder.
How much gold do you think is in California? Because we're gonna nuke them, right? So,
how much Californium you think is in California? They named it after it.
I gotta be honest.
No.
Yeah.
I understand the periodic table.
Me too.
I've used it rigorously in my academic life, although I've forgotten most of it. There should be a simplified periodic table that is like maybe 25 of the most commonly referenced elements. Because you look at that thing and you're like, dog, I'm just looking for zinc. And I gotta sort through, you know, iodine and palladium and
it's
stuff
important
like
that their reference be next to the thing that's next to it for weight reasons.
I'm just saying there should be a quick reference periodic table that only has like 20 elements you're gonna use in high school chemistry.
I'll make it in Photoshop. It'll take 10 minutes. Just give me the list you want.
Then you should sell it for $20 as a laminated piece of plastic in every campus bookstore and retire.
And you know what? While we're on this train, why do multiplication tables go up to 12? I mean, we only need like 4 or 5 numbers, maybe, you know?
There's
like
nothing wrong with 12.
No, here's my problem with multiplication tables. I think they should only go up to 9, but instead they should teach you the method to multiply 2-digit numbers easily in your head. Instead, they make you memorize up to 12, which doesn't make... What, are you going to multiply November by October or something like that? Why 12? I don't get it.
That is interesting. I never thought to multiply them.
Actually.
And you know what? To this day, I cannot remember the 11 times tables past 11 times 10. I mean, that's only 2 numbers, but... What? I'm like I never remember 11 times 11, and I never remember 11 times 12. I always have to do it manually in my head anyway, if for some reason it comes up, but...
Huh.
By the way, side note, Seducer McCoon in my chat, which is a great name, says, stuff like gold and zinc are not needed, but assist in many functions. Source, I am a biochemist.
Perfect.
There you go.
That's interesting.
It's 121, bitch boy.
Chat
is, by the way, I understand we're trying to have a conversation here, but chat is going, that's the easiest one. No, 1 is the easiest one.
It's the second easiest.
2 is also extremely easy.
I think 10's probably 10 up there.
Alright, it's the 3rd or 4th easiest, but it's like, of the ones that are obvious, it's probably the easiest.
Yeah.
You just shit yourself? What was that?
Yeah, I did. I just had a little,
snake out of the cage.
Yeah, just a little, you know, turtle shake. You know what I mean?
Actually, 0's the easiest. Okay, well, can't win with you guys, can you?
I mean, could you say that 0 is the easiest though? Like 1 is probably equally as easy.
I think that 1 is easier.
Easier?
Yeah, because you got to remember a rule about 0. 1, you don't really.
Well, yeah, with 0. It's always going to be 0, but with 1, it's always going to be whatever the other number is.
It's gonna be
That's true. They do often in like math classes try to trick you by putting a 0 in there, and then you're just like, oh, haha, you got it wrong because you weren't paying attention.
I don't know what they're trying to do with that shit. Be honest.
I don't know.
They are always trying to trick you.
That's why they give math a bad rap.
Yeah.
Just be honest with us. You want us to learn? Stop trying to fuck us around. Idiot.
Fucking mathematicians. I don't trust mathematicians either.
Me either. They don't do anything anyway. Write a bunch of numbers on a board and walk away.
I really do, like, out of all the sciences, and I guess math, you know, bear with me. Out of everything in that area of the field, I have no concept of what a mathematician does all day. Are you running experiments or like really cranking out like some complex proofs, or I guess you probably spending most of your time like lecturing, I suppose, but
I did a play once about mathematicians and like I don't know.
Stupid. Why did you do that?
And it wasn't really about mathematicians, but it had mathematicians.
That's the least Rob-like thing you've ever done.
Yeah, well, you know, drama school. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But like I don't know. This was in the play, but like apparently mathematicians don't do like are all rushing to make some like great crazy mathematical discovery before 25, because then they feel like they're over the hill after that. I don't know.
Is it was like sexy to them? Like, do they look at themselves like secret agents of math?
Kinda, I guess.
Was it Euler who was like, he's such a good mathematician that when his kids went to college, or, you know, whatever, it was like 300 years ago, he was like, hey, don't do math, because, like, you're just gonna give our family a bad name.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Wow.
That's harsh.
That's rough, man.
Don't do math.
But then, like, in the comments, it was on TIL, so you got to give it a grain of salt, I think. But in the comments, everybody was like, he's actually like the most brilliant mathematician of all time, but he was really lazy. Well, yeah, but he was also like super lazy about publishing the breakthroughs that he made. And people are like, if he published his stuff as soon as he found out that it was actually logically sound, he could have advanced the field by like 20 years. But he was like, I'm just gonna, like, this is done, and I know it, so I'm just gonna, like, file it, and then we'll come back to it later. I'm gonna do something else.
It's like me posting NLSS VODs.
Exactly. It was Gauss. Okay.
Gauss, yeah, no, I've heard you can get that if you...
He made the Gauss gun.
Right. Oh, actually, yeah.
Shoots a bolt of electricity.
I think a Gauss gun actually is an electromagnetic rail, basically.
No, that's a rail gun.
Trigger on my.
It's a depleted uranium slug.
All right, we're gonna play some Sonic.
What?
This is the 3-minute warning.
Oh God, I forgot Isaac ever ends.
This is Isaac that never ends. Is anybody else joining for Sonic?
I don't know, dude.
I hope not.
I don't know. We got Skype messages here. Let's see. Mathis says, Nick, have you beaten Outlast?
No, I haven't. Sorry, Mathis. I don't think I'm ever going to play it again.
Rip.
Looks like it outlasted you.
It did. Yeah, totally did.
Whoa! Wow! So,
is that it?
A coil gun or Gauss rifle is a type of projectile accelerator consisting of one or more coils used as electromagnets in the configuration of a linear motor that accelerate a ferromagnetic or conducting projectile to high velocity.
Oh, okay, so the two can be together then.
Yeah!
I like that.
I've got an idea for how we could make the world a better place.
Okay.
The Gauss gun was in Half-Life 1, wasn't it?
Probably.
There's too much intelligence inequality.
All right.
Yeah.
Hear me out here.
So
there's some
stupid people.
There's some people who are really, really smart, right?
Yeah.
Like super smart, like us, obviously. But like, and then there's some people who are super dumb, like unbelievably dumb, like Josh. So,
Jesus.
I think we should find some way to identify maybe like the top 5% of smart people, and whatever they're doing as a job, they can't do it anymore. Until the bottom 5% of dumb people get raised up out of that category. So it's basically like, if you're super smart, you gotta spend at least like a few years teaching some really dumb people how to be better. And then you all kind of meet in the middle, and then they can go, okay, I'm gonna work on my Mars colony now.
But what, so the smart people won't ever get anything done then?
Well, you know, it's like jury duty. You get, oh shit, I got like a letter in the mail that I'm on teaching duty for the next 6 years.
Wait, so in a way you just proposed a system for universities? Because we have those already.
I think you just proposed a caste system.
Yeah, but it's like a caste system, but like a good one.
All right.
So like
to try something else. Sure, let's try.
Dystopian meritocracy. Yeah.
I'm just spitballing here.
So if you're smart, teach people to be smarter, and if you're dumb, become smarter.
I just want like us to get to Star Trek times, and I don't even mean like spaceships and like Alcubierre drives.
Bang an alien. That's all you want to do.
No, I mean like in the Star Trek universe, like nobody has to do anything.
Right.
Like
yeah.
you're not
bang an alien.
Right. It's like the Earth is a utopia, and you know, like you can choose to do things if you want or not. You know,
I've seen how utopias go. They're never actually utopias.
Yeah.
I've been playing Bioshock Infinite lately, so I have first-hand experience with this, Rob.
While we're discussing this, let's start a...
I already invited you.
I am not out of Isaac, but I'm on the last area.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see? Maybe this will be boring, but I feel like in every movie that takes place in the future, it's like always bad. The future is always bad, but sometimes you start a movie and they're like, there's no disease anymore. And you're like, this is good, but actually it's bad. You know, at some point there are bad things happening. I would love to see like a genuine utopia movie. Like a future utopia.
Disney World, except underneath it, it's actually corporate.
Yeah, where they drag
but like
bodies
good
out
though.
so that you can't
Yeah, they
see
drain
that.
all the blood so Walt Disney can stay alive,
But
even though he's already
good
dead.
though is what I, cause like, in the whole movie, the protagonist can spend the whole time waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know, they're talking to a guy. Maybe it's better for like a Rick and Morty episode or something.
Yes.
Like that.
Right.
Where,
Yeah,
like, you know, the guy's like, hey, we have like unlimited power, and they're like, oh yeah, and I bet this is the facility where you like suck the blood and stem cells out of the poor, right? And then they open it up, and it's just a bunch of people getting like robot legs that make them into superhumans and stuff like that. It subverts expectations.
Actually, speaking of sci-fi, I watched the first episode of this show called The Expanse today.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I hear that is a flawed but enjoyable series.
You know, the first episode was interesting. It's got like a pretty fully realized world going on. I don't know what will make it bad down the line, but it is a show on the Sci-Fi Network, so it probably will be bad. But the first episode was pretty good.
Hey, get in this lobby.
I'm working on it. I'm out of Isaac.
Oh, yeah, but then we could also have like a Gattaca type situation, and then, you know, that'll be fucked up.
What happens in Gattaca again? I haven't watched that in a long time.
It's like, you know, genetic modification makes everybody, like, immune to disease and immortal, and then...
Right, but then we
like,
start selecting the right ones for us, and then it becomes, like, pre-bred.
Well, you know,
what?
Gattaca, it gets a lot of credit just for the name being made out of, like, the nitrogenous bases that you have in your genes. Because
cool.
Imagine if they had done that, but they had just called it, like, ga. That would have been much worse.
Yeah, I know. That's
The sequel is just called, like, TC.
I would watch it.
Yeah, me too.
Joining. I wonder how long this salsa is going to be on my desk now.
Eat some chips with it. I've got chips and no salsa. It's rough, man.
That's the better of the
I've
two
got
options,
salsa and no
though.
chips.
Yeah, Nick's
that's
bereft right now.
Yeah. Well, you could do what my dad did one time for lunch in junior high and make a salsa sandwich.
I think this is the fourth time you've told that
I'm not
story
doing
on
that.
that
Because
show.
you know what? It's a traumatic
like one lunch. Oh.
The lunch that was heard around the world.
We can get like Emerson in on the next game or something.
And Luke.
Sitting there.
And Luke and whoever else.
Rumble Muffin.
Okay.
Hey, Luke just signed on. Whoever else likes to be the seat filler for Sonic and beat us.
Reap.
Oh, it picked a character for me. I've never played as Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm freaking Sonic.
That sucks to be you.
I don't want to
Enjoy being
lose just
slow.
on principle.
I'm Crazy Taxi. How do I drift again? What's the drift button?
Left trigger.
Left. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Then steer into it.
That makes sense.
Remember to do flips with right analog.
I will forget.
That's fine. As long as you remember to forget.
Yeah.
Why do we
If
all
they
go
can
this
do-
way?
I don't know.
It's so dangerous over here.
If they could do like gene modification surgery on you, like right now, to like make you smarter or have a bigger dick or something, would you do it?
I mean, you just disqualified yourself.
I mean, those are like roughly equivalent, right?
I'd
like,
love to have better night vision if that's an option.
Yeah, just get cat eyes.
No, I don't mean like crazy good, just like better than it is now, because I can't see like at all at night.
Well, Nicholas, you have your government credit for one free genetic modification. What would you like? 20 extra points of IQ, better, faster, stronger, eliminate disease actively in the body.
Can they like, get rid of my chance for having dementia? Because that would also be good.
Well, it's either that or see 30% better at night.
Yeah,
I don't want to rag on
dementia.
You. When you like level up in an RPG, and then it's like,
well,
you can shoot a sustained burst of fire that does 80 damage to all enemies in this radius, or plus 2% night vision. You're taking the 2% night vision.
Well, I don't want to be greedy.
Yeah, there's only one genetic modification of each type for the.
What are my options? Let's start there, and I'll work it through that way.
You could jump 10 feet in the air.
Don't need to do that very much at all.
I mean, that'd be pretty dope.
It'd be cool. Don't need to do it personally. Also, I can get cool shoes that do it for me, and I don't need genetics for that.
Think about all the things you can reach.
I'm 6 foot tall. I can reach whatever I want.
I don't know.
That is slightly above average in terms of height.
Is that my only option then? I can jump 10 feet in the air?
You could be 4 times stronger.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
That would actually be beneficial.
Yeah.
However, I could do that without genetic modification if I just apply myself.
I don't know. I don't know about 4 times, though. Like 4 times.
No, you underestimate how weak I am now. I believe 4 times is attainable for me. 10 times, maybe not. 4 times I can do.
What if you, like, you get the 4 times stronger, and then you could even get stronger if you train a little bit,
Yeah, you can get 16 times stronger.
So the whole freaking risk-value thing here is whether or not it's worth it to get the quick jump ahead, or do you work for it? Versus something like night vision that you can't work toward. It's just a bonus.
I don't think you could work towards jumping 10 feet in the air, otherwise, everybody would be...
Be realistic. I'm talking about things that are attainable for human beings. You can jump higher now, or you can jump higher if you train than if you don't. Not saying 10 feet, though.
You could probably learn to see in the dark, though. Haven't you seen Season 5 of Game of Thrones?
I have, actually.
When Arya Stark is in the House of Black and White. All right,
I gotta have a little girl hit me in the head a lot? Because I don't want that.
Spoilers. I think we need to invite people. They can't join on their own.
They can't join on their own.
Maybe they can. I don't know.
They usually do.
Wait, you
Here,
can't?
I'll send you.
They're saying I can work toward better night vision?
Probably.
Hang on. I need more information. Can you train to have better night vision?
I guess it's like the speed at which your eyes dilate, right? Or the ability for your eyes to adjust to the darkness.
This is the list that comes up in Google when you search this. How to get better night vision, ? Part 1, enhancing your ability to see in the dark. 1, utilize your rod cells. ... 2, wear red tinted glasses or goggles. ... 3,
so you already got that covered, right?
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
Avoid looking directly at any light sources. 4, improve your night vision while driving. These are not... This is just telling me the thing I'm trying to do. It's not giving me solutions.
I would much rather have improve your night vision for driving than improve your night vision while driving. That sounds
right,
scary.
Yeah. All right, Robo1214X says people can learn echolocation. That's basically night vision. There's no way, right?
Wait, well, but no, that
is
blind
true,
guy who played Street Fighter in that video.
You can learn echolocation?
There's a lady that learned to feel things with her tongue to supplement not having sight.
Yeah.
It sends this, like, vibration or, like, electromagnetism to her tongue, and the different textures that result from what's in front of her, she can see through that now. Isn't that nuts?
She's picking up Tongue vibrations, identifying objects through sensations.
That's pretty good.
Tongue vibrations.
I didn't say she licked the poo-poo. No, chat. I didn't say that.
Well, but she can if she wanted to.
Yeah, anyone can.
Real? That's crazy though that you can learn echolocation. I kind of want to do that now. I assume it takes like years and years.
No, just 20 minutes.
Oh, all right. Well,
I keep inviting you, Emerson. I'm not sure if it's working or what, but
classic.
You know, we got to start at some point.
You should be able to join on me. I mean, I'm on his friends list.
Let's give it a solid 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Give it a hard 15 if you know what I mean.
If you could pay an extra $500 when you get new glasses, and they would put in night vision into them, would you take that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I wouldn't.
That's like pretty reasonable, actually. 500 for that.
I don't wear glasses though, so like.
Those contacts then.
Ugh, no. I wouldn't. Contacts freak me out. Can I press start, by the way, or should I not? Or...
I think you can start now. Oh wait. No, it's fine. I didn't mute anybody, but I don't think. I think it's default push to talk anyway.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Can Last Gray Wolf play? Well, maybe if he stops pooping his brains out. You know, Dan gave us the psilocybin curse yesterday, as we all remember. Yeah. But I'm starting to think Austin might not have food poisoning. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying this is like 72 hours of being poisoned.
What did the hospital say? Surely they would know.
Austin, what did the hospital say? What aren't you telling us?
Austin, what did the hospital say?
Hospi.
Why do you say that now?
Because Dan says it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a pub thing.
You say Hospi, Scopies, and Snips.
Yeah.
That sounds like things you do to a dog.
What you do not do is refer to backpacks in that way. It's a lesson we've tried to teach Dan many times to very poor effect, sadly.
Are there even hospitals in that game?
No, you don't even want it. Yeah, there's one hospital. It's called the
one, yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's not called Hospi.
You've called it
Hospi. Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, it might be called Hospi. What do you know?
Oh my god,
the frames. The frames. Cobalt, by the way, is telling us that his power is out. See, I thought that I was so late getting back that he made other plans, which would have been completely acceptable.
I also thought that.
They said it was food poisoning. What do they know?
Yeah, it's about as trustworthy as a dentist, am I right, Ryan? Yeah.
Go get a second opinion.
I mean, food poisoning can last a long time.
I thought it was like 24 to 48 hours, but I will accept that until recently I didn't even believe it existed, so...
You guys ever been to a hospital, like, in recent memory?
I've been to a hospital probably like 12 times in the past 2 years.
Because, like, I don't get why, and maybe this is only my hospital, but they need to take all your information every single time you go there.
Yeah.
They have it all on record. I've seen it. And then we go over it all again, and they type it every time. How does it work?
What's the alternative?
I want to get a look at their POS system. Sorry, what?
I was thinking, like, what, POS? All right!
I mean, it's kind of like a point of sale.
But yeah.
They sell medical services.
Sad days. There was I don't know, like, is this a real thing? Is that, remember, you guys ever watch that one Michael Moore movie back in the day about...
Sicko.
Yeah, Sicko, that's the one, right?
Yeah.
Where he's searching for the cashier in the British hospital or whatever, right? And then he finds it, and then the place where you would think you would, you know, pay your bill or something, right? They give you money for cab fare. They don't really do that, right? Like, that's not a real...
Yeah.
There's no way.
Get an actual British person to give us an answer there?
Yeah, please do.
I know we've got him. I keep hearing him complain when we don't stream at the right time.
That is true.
That's a good point.
So is that like that for other hospitals, that they take your info every single time?
Yeah, but I think it's like for identity verification.
They can look at my ID. It's got a picture of me on it. I'll even bring my passport if they want.
It's like when you call your cable company and then they ask you, like, oh yeah, what's the address? Yeah. And what's the zip code?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that'll get me every time.
Yeah.
Like, I just gave you my full address, and they're like, this'll throw him. Information that is like publicly available if you just typed in the street address into like a zip code generator.
It doesn't work like that, Nick? So you're telling me my hospital's the one that's fucked up?
I think actually, I'm just trying to figure out, because like, and whenever I'm at a hospital, that's like the least of my concerns. This is like how long the check-in at the front desk takes.
It can be important because it's stressful, and you don't want to be more stressed. You want to get to the medical part and not the stressful part.
That's a fair point. I haven't been to a hospital in a very long time.
And I don't mean just do they check your name and address. That's fine. They can ask me that all day. I'm talking like they want your height, your weight, your medical history.
Oh, no, ours doesn't do that.
They want everything. Like as if you've never been there before and no one has ever seen you as a human being before. I don't get that part.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I did get 3rd place, though. That was pretty cool.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man.
The surprise is good.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. I've been to a doctor in like
how many
7 years, maybe?
7 years?
Here's the thing. You really should go to a doctor. Like, obviously.
Yeah.
But I will accept that this is also enabling, but every time I go to the doctor, they're just like, oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
And I get really mad about it.
You need to go to the doctor, Rob.
Maybe they're saying I'm fine because it hasn't been 7 years since I went to the doctor.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. Like...
No, stop right there. Go to the doctor.
I don't have a lot of reason. Like, unless I'm sick, I don't really have a good reason to go to the doctor.
Just
really.
need a checkup. What if your blood work's crazy right now?
Yeah, like some diseases are asymptomatic until they reach critical stages.
Yeah, I could tell you about 200 of those if you really want.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You don't actually want me to do that, because then you'll enter my personal hell.
I don't know, the sickest I've gotten recently was
would you
food
say
poisoning.
You're the sickest there is?
I would say that I'm the slickest there is, but no, I wouldn't say I'm the sickest.
I know you have to pay to go to the doctor in the U.S.
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying to avoid this being in a rag on America stream, but part of the problem is attitude-based when you are offended that somebody says it's a good idea to go to the doctor once every 7 years. That is like common sense as a preventative thing.
Cost or not, there is a point where it becomes worth it to at least check in.
You know what offends me even more? Is that the expression is, an ounce of prevention beats a pound of cure. They've already put it in your backwards imperial measurements, and yet still, you rebuke the good advice.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I'm probably fine.
That is true.
Yeah. I'm like 26. You know? How much wrong could there really be with me?
There's no way to answer that in a non-patronizing way.
I mean, I don't mean from a psychological perspective. I mean, really more from a, physiological perspective.
Oh, no. Sticky walls, man. Sticky walls. You could have sticky walls.
Yeah.
I do have sticky walls, yeah. No.
Well, you painted them, right? So they're less sticky now.
I washed them, actually.
Oh, even better.
I paint them, yeah. I washed them with bleach. I did inhale a lot of bleach recently, so maybe that could cause some.
Well, if anything, that should make you cleaner, right? That's
Right,
that's what you wash your clothes in.
Exactly, yeah. I cleaned out my lungs with the bleach.
When you breathe in bleach, we just call it doing a load of whites.
Right, exactly. That's
I don't know how to feel about that.
What I called my college experience. Doing a load of whites.
Were you very
Is this like a
promiscuous?
cocaine reference? Is this sex? What are we talking about here?
Really, I'll leave that up to you guys.
You have a racist boner, is I think.
Honestly, maybe a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that. Probably.
Oh, JFK Jr. story.
Yeah.
See, my plane's upside down. So, I mean, it's been 21 years. 21 years since we lost the son of the American president from 61.
Was it from 61?
Well,
it doesn't matter.
He was elected in 1960, I think, right?
Ah, maybe.
Wait, no. Maybe
Might have been
64.
like 65 or yeah, something like that.
Maybe 64, yeah.
Have you done a Nick's Weird Games in the Bare Naked Lady one yet? Oh yeah, somebody asked you to, and then you said no because it was too fast.
I think we did it.
We did it?
I think so.
It seems like such an obvious one, but then I thought it was like maybe it's just too much.
I think we did it.
Okay.
Ooh, that game looks nebulous, making all reviewers incredulous.
That's the song.
I forget the rest of it.
That is not the same one.
Have you done the thong song
yet?
yet?
You've done it actually then.
Yeah. The worst one was, I did the thong song last week, but the worst one was definitely where the Nick has weird games. That one is way out of my weight class.
Been through the desert where the Nick has weird games.
Where the Nick has weird games. They're all on PS3.
No, I only got one of those.
2003. I know the PS3 was out in 2003, but you know those songs. There's like a limited time to write.
You always have to have 3.
Panda has joined the lobby.
Oh, very good.
Panda.
I mean, I like pandas. Pandas are pretty good. They're off the endangered list.
There's a cute one rolling down a hill on Reddit the other day. I like that a whole bunch.
Are they off the list in the good way or the bad way?
Yeah, no, they're all dead.
Are they off the list?
Administration.
Are they off the list like the whales are off the list, or are they off the list like the Great Barrier Reef is off the list?
You can order panda steaks now, so like, you know, just take
Are
that
they
as you
getting
will.
into the exclusive club that is known as Heaven, or no?
Would you guys eat a panda steak?
Hell yeah.
Assuming that there was no ethical concern, like I might be eating one of the last 100 pandas, I don't see why not.
Makes it taste
Yeah,
sweeter.
right?
I bet they have really sweet meat.
I doubt it.
Why?
It's like because people don't like, you know, people hunt and kill bears, but they don't like eat them, you know.
Do they
Panda's
not?
essentially a bear.
I
mean, they
believe
do.
that's correct.
I thought hunters pretty much eat whatever they kill. Bears
Oh
included.
shit! Crine with the $25 sub. My God, I didn't get the first one.
Oh dang!
Thank you, sir. Great.
You're
got
gonna
an
get
emo
that
for
pink
that?
box.
My God, what?
You got an
Rob's
emo for
gonna
that?
make a pink box.
I don't yet. Yeah, I was planning on making a pink square as the
No, pink
the 25
box.
A pink box as the $25 sub tier. Yeah.
Juicy slots.
Oh yeah, we're still playing Sonic.
I can help you design the pink box if you want, by the way.
You can help me design it.
I could design it for you.
Yeah, please do. I would like a square that is a solid color pink.
Got it.
All right. Sounds good, man.
Do you want anything done with the edges, or trim those right off?
Just want a pink square.
Yeah, I can do that for sure.
What? Sounds good.
My rates are very reasonable.
Pandas are technically carnivores, but they only eat bamboo. It's pretty messed up. That's
well.
How can you be?
Why?
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just running the logic through in my head. How can you be a carnivore that only eats vegetables?
Please eat Red Panda Gamer. What?
That's technically of the raccoon family.
So you guys are gonna love this.
Mm-hmm.
We now subscribe to a subscription box that delivers cat toys and other, feline entertainment products.
Awesome, yeah.
We got cat wine.
No!
Cat wine?
You got
So
oh my god!
It's beet juice and sugar and
we were ripping on that somewhere before.
It's actually the stupidest idea of all time. For one.
Thank you, Inspire.
But we got some cat wine, and we poured it into the bowl. They will not touch the cat wine.
It's because they're smart kitties.
They go up to the cat wine, and then they're like, I don't want any part of this. There's already sugar in beets. You know what? The cats are fed a diet of, like, dried raccoon livers or something like that. I'm not worried about them getting extra beet sugar, okay?
I thought it was other cats.
don't think they feed the cats.
They're like cheap ones, though. They grind up other cats and feed them back.
Cheap ones.
Not the cheap cats, the cheap food.
But
maybe that's not true.
They also sent us like these weird, like crunchy treats that are made of ground up crickets, and they loved it. They were going crazy over these cricket treats. It was like, these cats are so stupid, they don't even know they're eating a bug.
They're like bugs.
The humans in that one movie, but I don't want to say the name of the movie because, you know, I don't want to give it away, but at the same time, you know the movie, Chad.
Yeah, it stars Chris Evans.
Well, yeah. I believe it's called Fantastic Four.
They ate a lot of crickets in that movie, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big into the crickets.
Huh.
Okay. Big into the crickets.
I can't even remember all 4 of them. There's the orange thing.
Yeah, that's, well, he's the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, so I'm halfway right.
Yeah.
Stretchy Man?
Yep.
Yep, Mr. Fantastic. Yeah.
There's at least 2 more at this point. Oh, the fire guy.
Yeah.
Pyromaniac or something.
Torch, yeah. Johnny Storm.
Johnny Be
Yeah,
Good.
but why is he called Johnny Storm if he's on fire?
It might be Johnny Blaze. I don't remember.
I was thinking it might be Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah, something like that. I don't.
And I could not tell you who the 4th one is.
It's Mr. Fantastic's wife.
Yeah. Something Richards.
What does she do, though?
Richards. She turns invisible.
And she also makes force fields.
Yeah, she's got like telekinetic force fields or something.
Yeah, although I might be confusing her with the girl from The Incredibles.
I gotta tell you, they're the worst set of superheroes that I could think of.
Yeah.
They're actually fantastic.
If you need to say that, then you need to work on it.
I just want Marvel to get the rights back to Fantastic Four, because I think there's potential. Like, they could be good. It's possible. It's possible. Johnny Blaze is Ghost Rider. Oh.
Wait, is he different than Flame Man?
Yeah. Because
I thought
Ghost
it was when
Rider...
Flame Man gets a motorcycle and his skin melts off.
No. Human Torch says flame on, and then he sets himself on fire. And then Ghost Rider says ghost on, and then he ghosts himself on fire.
And then he ghosts everywhere.
Yeah, he just ghosts all over the place.
Shoots his boo-goo.
More superheroes do catchphrases. You alright?
Somebody hit me with
Welcome to hell, population you.
Chopped me. That was like exactly like that scene from Gladiator where that poor woman gets chopped in half by the chariot spikes.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah. You never saw Gladiator?
No, I have a very specific reason as to why, but I'm not going to get into it again.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I don't remember. You gotta tell me this.
I'm gonna tell the sanitized version of the story.
Go for it.
Okay.
There was somebody in Nick's life whose father every night would drink too much and then watch Gladiator and make her translate the movie into different language for him.
Yeah, gotcha.
Which is a very strange circumstance.
So because of that, I didn't want to get into it, and it just became like, just don't watch this movie.
But think about how much you would have had to talk about, because she probably knows that movie inside and out.
You'd think, yeah.
Maybe not.
But it's a pretty good movie. Although
it is a great movie.
Yeah, it's a bit unfair to the Roman Emperor of the time, who really wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
compared to how he is in the movie.
I mean, Commodus is like a real dick in that movie.
Yeah, like a fucking total asshole. But
what is his name? Commodus?
Commodus.
Yeah, Commodus. Yeah.
If he ever created a television network, it would be called Commodus Central. I'm proud of myself.
I like it. Commodus is fucking bad IRL. I mean, but like, not any more than like most of the other Roman emperors. You know what I mean?
To be fair, his dad was Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah. 64.
He wrote a book that people still read today.
Yeah.
Look at that finish. 0.06, 0.15, 0.15.
That's pretty wild.
You guys have great license plates, but mine is the only one that's logically, actually, indisputably true. Ghost equals ghost.
That's fair.
Yeah, it does.
I was gonna was gonna make fun of you for how you said that, but then for some reason, I realized that you said it completely right, and I don't know why I thought you said it wrong in my head. It's license plates. I don't know what just happened.
Nothing weird happened there at all, except for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just had a what's like a reverse brain fart? I had like a brain shark.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was gonna say BaerTaffy.
That's not a reverse fart. That's just a fart with a value add.
Ass inflation.
Right, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Your ass just sucked something into it at random as you walk by.
You guys ever take? I mean, this is gonna be gross.
Ecstasy. Yes.
Wait.
Who is this character at the bottom?
Who is this? Who is this guy?
I have no idea.
Is it like Jesse Cox or something? I can't see it.
Wait, who is character at the bottom? Who?
Kachopper. He looks like somebody.
I don't know. I mean, I have half of the characters I don't have unlocked right now, to be honest with you, so I couldn't tell you.
At least you're
you
being
guys
honest.
ever take a poop?
No.
Yeah.
And then when you look in the toilet, it's not there.
Yeah, ghost poop. I've heard of that.
How
I can
does
explain
it happen? Okay.
So there's particular ways that the turd can form where it will basically sink to the bottom, and what happened in that case is it sank off the bottom and around the curvature of the tube.
So it's like a particularly dense poop?
It's a torpedo. It just like popped right on in there in the 1 weak spot on the
It's a sewer shark is what they call those.
2, 1, go!
Do they call it that?
Yeah, sewer shark. They get right in there.
What about a street shark? Do they call them street sharks anymore?
Not anymore, no. That stopped in '94.
They're on the endangered species list.
Yeah.
It's a shame. There's some shows that like are somewhat obscure, but also like people are never gonna know about in the future. Like basically, street sharks for one.
That's a great example since you just said it.
Right, yeah.
I was just thinking about that show about 22 seconds ago.
22 seconds ago, and I couldn't tell you why.
But then there's also like gargoyles.
Yeah.
Gargoyles?
Dude, I had so many gargoyles pogs.
Pogs? Really?
Gargoyles was big on pogs.
I had mad ass Brooklyn and Lexington pogs.
Darkwing Duck.
Brooklyn was the leader, Broadway was his second in command, and then Lexington was the weird skinny one. They were all named after streets in New York. I'm not sure if you know that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was aware. But my point is that, like, you know, we're the only generation that's gonna remember, you know, gargoyles or street sharks.
Smurfs.
You know what I mean?
I like to think
people
that
will remember the Smurfs.
I like to think that people in like the 1930s had this discussion about the atrocities of the Second World War. And we're having it about cartoons that were pretty bad.
We had the last generation before the internet copied everything and put it on a collective cloud.
That's true.
So now every show that exists is going to be indexed and searchable. Whereas, you know, I'm probably not going to find a lot of gargoyles unless somebody revives it.
Or you steal my pod collection.
I would do that.
I just want to upload my consciousness to the cloud already.
I'm ready
to do that. Yeah, like, do me in. I'm ready for it. I don't need it anymore.
I just realized, you know what that means? If they can take our consciousness, they can basically use an algorithm to formulate what we would say, and then make an endless NLSS that doesn't require us to be at.
That sounds perfect.
Then
they can take our jobs.
Someone could drag us to a cliff because there's like a monkey's paw situation, and then they could tell us to jump off, and you know.
That wouldn't be like me, so I wouldn't do it.
What if the future, but bad?
I like Black Mirror. It's a good show.
What are you talking? Why did you bring that up? I was not talking about that.
But you were.
I wasn't not talking about that.
I wasn't talking about that.
It's a quality show, man.
Good show.
Yeah.
Would the simulation versions of us be as funny as the real ones?
Probably funnier.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
You know what else? They'd be fucking on time.
Guaranteed.
That's an improvement.
Well, if they were really like us, they wouldn't be.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, that's if we make a super AI, it's got to make mistakes. How are they gonna do that, Elon Musk? Yeah, exactly.
Can someone explain it? Because before I get mad at people getting mad at something, I need context.
Okay.
Why is there an anti-Elon Musk brigade going on?
Oh, yeah. I was reading that too.
Is
Apparently,
it because
musky?
he's too idealist, or does he mistreat his workers or something? What's going on there?
Well, so I was reading this on Reddit actually, and people were having that exact same discussion, and people were saying that like, yeah, he like mistreats his workers, he overworks his workers and stuff. But then there was, yeah, well, yeah, but then another guy chimed in, and granted it's anecdotal, but so's the reverse, and he was like,
who's anecdotal? Is he like the CFO of SpaceX?
Yeah, anecdotal. He's brother to Anakin Star Killer.
Nice.
Yeah. But anyway, he was like, I know a guy who works at SpaceX, and he's like, yeah, they work crazy hours, but he loved his job, So it's like, it's probably people who work way too long, but also are in a field where they care about their profession. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's how I feel about it. I don't know. I would still suck Elon Musk's dick if he asked me to.
And you will.
He probably will at some point.
The Yogscast won the round here.
Oh, that was the Yogscast.
Oh, that's a Yog, huh? Which one is it?
Yog. That's the Yog Venture.
That's
the Snap one.
Looked like Jesse Cox.
Yeah, maybe it is.
He's not a Yog, is he?
No.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Would you guys join the Yogscast if they asked?
I guess, I mean, I'd go to a lunch meeting and figure out, like, what's the purpose?
Yeah, what are we doing here long term? Where are we going with this?
What's your 5-year plan?
If they're offering medical benefits.
That is sort of becoming the only reason to join a group these days.
That would be pretty sick.
I would definitely consider that at that point.
If we could get like a medical sharing plan, that would actually be worth thinking about, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick, honestly.
Hey, a lot of money in insurance. Like if we knock that down just like a little bit, I'd be down.
Mm-hmm.
What if they have dental? I mean,
I would love that, except too late now. I don't need it for fucking 5 years, probably.
How does that work? What happens if you're like, man, my mouth hurts real bad, but then you like go get dental insurance?
They make you wait.
They make you wait?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Like
I
a
had
year
that
or
same
something?
exact issue.
Okay.
I was like, is it going to be worth it for me to buy dental insurance to not have to pay $8,000 for this tooth issue? And then it didn't matter because first they wouldn't cover it, and second I would have had to wait a year.
Because I thought I just beat the system. It's like
It's very clever.
Don't get health insurance, but then when you're sick, get health insurance.
Right.
And then wait like 6 weeks and be like,
I think that might be counter to the word insurance, probably.
Yeah,
By
insurance,
definition.
which is Greek for beating the system.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Work smart, not hard, Robert.
Well, Marcus Licinius Crassus, he made a lot of money in ancient Rome by having a privatized fire brigade, and what he would do is he would go to houses that were on fire and be like, hey, sell me your house for like $10 or I'll let it burn. And,
all he has to do is light the house on fire in the first place, and he's got the whole system under lock.
well, that was the common thinking.
He was
there,
the
yeah.
first dentist.
That as well, yeah. He was.
Thank you, Classy Pie, for the subscription. I drove off the road for you.
Oh, yeah, I thought the water was safe.
Nope. Well, for you guys in boats, maybe.
You know what I learned recently on Sonic and All-Stars Racing?
What?
That the blue circle is where you transform through.
Oh, you
I know that
you don't
sounds
just do
silly.
it anytime you want.
That's where the All-Star Racing is transformed.
Right, yeah. Well, because the reason that I have learned this is that normally it's just like, oh, there's blue circles and stuff, and I never really, paid attention to it. But there are optional paths that transform you into like a plane or something.
Yep, you guys were boats when I wasn't, so some of you got a benefit out of that.
Yeah. I was unaware. Unbeknownst to me.
Unbeknownst to you.
Yep.
Oh, I just did a sick-ass
circles.
50-50 grind.
Sick ass. They should make a super hot remake called Sick Ass, where they just say sick ass.
Yeah, where you only shit yourself when you move.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta manage it to make sure 88% goes in the toilet.
No, I don't think dental's in the UK free.
I don't think dental's in the UK free either.
Look.
I got my hands up, playing my song. Flying away.
The way it works is that there are situations when the government will pay for it, but then there are also situations where it's privatized. So it depends what you need, and it depends how fast you need it.
That's lame.
I mean, it's better than not ever being covered, right?
Yeah, that's probably fair. Oh, that's TF2, man. Apparently.
When I was in university, full dental coverage through the school was $80 a year.
Oh my god.
And I had friends, and I considered it myself as well, that were like, my teeth are fine. Why would I pay $80 a year? And then if you go and you spend like an hour in the registrar's office, you can be like, yeah, I want to opt out of that, and then get your $80 a year back.
Oh, man.
So you gotta actually go through the trouble of even going after the $88 or the $80 just for the sake of not having dental coverage.
I don't know if it was 100% coverage. It might have been like 80-20 or something, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that changes everything, really.
That's like $8 American. Yo, this was back when the dollars were at par, okay? It was like $80 American.
Ah! Yeah, what's the difference now? It's quite high, isn't it?
Yeah, $1 American is like 1.35 Canadian dollars.
Oh, that's not that big.
Did you see that shit? The finish line, I smashed into the pole above it and got stopped completely.
Nice.
You guys ever think like...
Nope.
Never.
Yeah, I know, but like... It used to be like, usury used to be a crime. Like, charging interest on a loan used to be a crime. I know,
that's bizarre.
If you prick me, do I not bleed?
Why would you ever loan somebody money? If you're like, hey, just pay me back eventually. Maybe. It seems like a really bad... Why won't anybody think of the rich people? Okay? Nobody thinks of the money lenders.
Actually, I was reading an article, if you want to have a good class warfare debate.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah. I was watching, because I don't know, for some reason today I was watching a bunch of videos of people having road rage, because, well, that as well.
It's so fun.
It's hilarious.
Dash cam footage of people losing their shit in traffic is wonderful.
It's gonna be me soon.
It's great, yeah. So I was going down that rabbit hole, and I found this one, which was actually fucking crazy. It was in Australia, and this dude, I don't know, like he had some minor thing that people get, freaked out over.
Yeah.
And
some minor fender bender, mate.
This dude,
kangaroo video is real.
This dude chased this man down for like 20 minutes in his car, and he was like smashing into him, ramming him off the road and stuff.
Christ.
And like until it finally, culminated in him
banging the shit out of him.
Yeah, he had sex with him and his wife, and they became good friends afterwards.
That's a nice ending.
Nothing wrong with a wee bit of dogging.
So, but anyway, he gets out of the car at the end and just like dives on the dude's windshield and smashes it in with his fist.
Whoa!
And then the dude, drives away, and the guy falls
nuts.
off.
He hit it with his fist and it broke. You know how hard those things are?
No, dude, like actually though, like the video's crazy. Like, the man's insane, right? Like it's actually crazy.
He'd have to be on bath salts to be able to punch it that hard.
Well, it turns out the dude is like of a rich family.
Okay.
He got a revocation of his license for 6 months and 2 years of probation.
Okay.
And that was it.
But I mean, that's not. I mean,
you should see the video.
Okay.
No. I don't know if I. Like,
it's not like he stole $10 million worth of maple syrup or cut off somebody's head on the bus and then ate his heart in front of the police.
Well, that's a good point, yeah. But he followed the dude around chased him into oncoming traffic. Like, his car was completely smashed up to the point that it broke down by the time he got to the police station.
Oh, like, did it light on fire? Because that means you got about 3 seconds before it blows up.
it was smoking at the very least.
Oh, what color was the Dacia?
Oh, and also he was supposed to, like, the guy that he ran off the road, that guy was supposed to show up in court at the hearing to, like, give, like, a, you know, testimony or whatever. Yep. Yeah. And they changed the date of the hearing and didn't tell him, so he wasn't allowed to actually give his testimony.
Huh.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How rich was the offender?
They only described him retreating after the court case to his luxury home south of Brisbane.
All right.
Yeah. So,
I mean, honestly, it's a luxury just to be out of Brisbane, so I can see where they're coming from on that one. Hi-yo!
Yeah. But we should behead the rich, right, guys?
I mean, we made a machine for doing it.
How do you do this?
You put them in stops, and then you put the thing up at the top, and then you pull the rope.
No, but, like, do you seize the means of production first?
You got it.
Or do you kill the rich first?
Seize the means.
Okay. I mean, if you kill the rich first, right? Like, then
cut the head off
have
the snake.
some. Well, yeah, and you get some, like, really scared rich, you know, children. So then they'll be totally open to your demands.
But then, okay, first off, phrasing. Secondly, do you then eat them? Because I thought there's like, some people go kill the rich, but some people go eat the rich, and I'm like, as for where I stand on the political compass, I don't think we should eat people.
You gotta have stones if you're living in the city. If you want to hang loose, you gotta get a grip. That's what I know about eating the rich.
You know, you make a great point. I mean, that was the whole, you know, why don't they just eat cake, right? You know, like, they made a cake out of Marie Antoinette's head. Nice. They made her into Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, but they wouldn't let them eat it for a really long time, and they were super upset, and they were like, the cake is a lie, the cake is a lie.
Dude, that's where that line came from.
Yeah. Which is why it was really quite trite that they put it in that goddamn video game after all those years.
And they anglicized it, because originally it was La Gâteau, say, fatigué.
It was like that, and then they fucking anglicized it.
Always being whitewashed, am I right? Constantly.
Constantly?
Yeah. French people were white. Sure.
Maybe back in the day.
You guys ever think about... You really feel this when you travel to a country that doesn't speak English? And you go, man, speaking English is dope.
Yeah, I love it.
And literally everywhere I've ever been in my entire life, people have bent over backwards to be like, I see you have made no attempt to communicate with me in my native tongue. Let me, completely ignoring the fact that you're in my country, speak to you fluently in your language, apologize for the fact that it's not literally perfect, and then answer the question that you have given me. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I mean, I recognize that it's extreme privilege, but it's dope, man.
Yeah.
Even if you're French and you go to Japan and you don't speak English, but you probably do because you have to. Like, you're screwed, right? You're not gonna go up to a French person and be like, oh, bonjour. Or sorry, you're not gonna go up to a Japanese person and be like, bonjour. Puis-je aller à la salle de bain, s'il vous plaît?
Could be a very low % roll, but you might get lucky.
I suppose it's plausible.
It's plausible. Unlikely, but plausible. Thank you, Halloween, by the way. Yeah, dog!
Let's play some Quiplash.
Oh, I just started up okay. What are my odds if I go to Japan that I'd be able to get along with, like, no Japanese comprehension
Literally 100%.
Oh.
Wow, really?
Unless you deliberately took a train into, like...
rural somewhere.
Yeah, like a Buddhist or Confucian monastery deep in the mountains or something.
I mean, I might want to go to a monastery, but maybe I would want to bring a translation book at that point.
Actually, it would be Shinto.
Sorry, that's my...
It could be either.
It could be Confucian, yeah.
But Confucian isn't a religion, right? It's like a... I don't know, it doesn't matter. Who cares?
It's more of a set of moral guidelines, which is, you know, basically a religion.
The road and subway signs are all in English.
Huh. I'm surprised it's actually that accessible. I thought it would be a little worse than that.
We're actually like the luckiest people on planet Earth.
It's almost like English is the most influential language on planet
Why did
Earth.
you say it like...
Because
it's
there was
like English is the most...
There was a no LSS where people were real mad at me for saying that, like, English is the most... In fairness, I said English is the most spoken language on Earth, which, you know,
I think that's factually wrong.
Yes, it is.
But, yes.
But it's also pedantic to point out the... You know what I'm trying to say.
You seem to be of this opinion that whenever anybody says you're factually wrong about something, it's being pedantic.
The point of
you tried to tell me the Vikings conquered Europe.
I did say the Vikings conquered Europe.
I said actually it was North America, and you said, see, that's being pedantic.
It was pedantic because our point was not to talk about that at all. It was a completely different point.
Well, why didn't you use an example that's literally true?
He didn't have to. It doesn't matter.
You were I was trying to point. I was making a false claim in something as an example to show that a pedant would pick out something that was factually incorrect in something that had nothing to do with the whole point of the argument.
Metaphor doesn't make sense when you're deliberately wrong. On that, a tomato sandwich doesn't have any tomato in it. Oh, actually, it does. Stop being pedantic.
No. See, the point of that sentence is to tell me what is inside of a tomato sandwich. If you said, like, you know, a BLT, which has bacon and lettuce, is a common sandwich that is eaten in North America, and then you would point out, actually, a BLT has tomato in it, that would be being pedantic, which is the whole point of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Bear, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing good.
How do you like pedantry?
Pedantry, you know, it's a fun topic. I like to, you know, really harp on minor issues for really long periods of time over the course of, you know, say like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the NLSS, really.
Actually, usually the show is slightly longer than 3 hours.
Oh, sorry. And actually, usually at the end of the show, we make some sort of grand sweeping moral message that ultimately redeems our pedantry.
No, I think the bottom line usually ends up being just don't do the Holy Three.
Right, yeah, don't do the Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity, yeah.
Never do the Holy Trinity.
Not to make light of the situation, but having been to the hospital, you know, like 12 times over the past 2 years, definitely don't do the Holy Trinity. For two reasons. One of which is that there's a good chance it'll ruin your life or just kill you. The other one, y'all are clogging the system.
Y'all.
I mean, not y'all, but the royal y'all.
Right, yeah.
Are clogging the system up.
Y'all.
Like, I got a stomach ache. I want to see a doctor right now. But everybody's like, oh, I almost died.
Right, meow.
Can you save my life? And I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I almost killed Flinthook. I somehow carried it off the screen, and then it got lodged underneath my taskbar.
Wait, oh, okay. I
the actual program.
Yeah, I thought there was a character in Flinthook.
Corrupted the source code.
No, the main character's name I don't think is Flinthook, is it?
It is Captain Flinthook, yeah.
What is the Holy Trinity? It's caffeine, marijuana, and alcohol.
That's right.
Never touch them.
Never touch them.
Do them. But
Not
heroin?
even once.
Shoot up, bro.
No! By shoot up, he means take in the culture of strong female heroes to
all it took was one misplaced joke for us to abandon our entire moral cornerstone.
All right, speaking of which, I'm gonna get a coffee. Be back in 1 second.
But seriously, don't do heroin.
Just coffee, though?
Like,
really.
I have a delicious Madrina's 2X dark
Oh,
roast.
I had a whole one today while I was doing the NLSS. It was a cafe mocha, and it was great.
Dude, did they send you just mocha? Is that your favorite
Only
one?
mocha.
Damn.
I like mocha a lot. It's not the only one I like, but I like it, so I'm not upset.
Don't let me turn this into Madrina's advertisement hour or anything.
No, that's fine. That's what we're here for.
What was that noise, Rob?
That was me laughing like a seal.
Oh.
Yeah, he does that now. I don't know.
I thought it was metal scratching on metal, but no, that was
Yeah.
laugh.
It's a seal.
Just me laughing. Yeah.
Kiss
I
from
have,
a
like,
rose.
Dude, every morning I have been waking up with "Kiss from a Rose" in my head, and I don't know why. It's been like 2 weeks since I've listened
that's
to
really
Kiss from a
funny you
Rose.
mention that, because every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's 4-post bed. I know it's not mine, but I see if I can use it for the weekend or a one-night stand.
Yeah.
Rob. There used to be a gray tower alone on the sea.
All right, Spotify. Let's
Came
the light
the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's behind the
Oh, the delay makes it so bad.
It's so awful.
Can we get like a business class line so we can do our songs lined up?
Can we get a Bearsness taffy in this lobby, please?
Oh yeah, that's me. Hold on.
Business taffy. Okay, third try at launching Flinthook. This time it's gonna go well.
There we go.
You don't want me to sing from the throat. I've already explained to you. It just becomes like a Mongolian traditional. Like it's a yurt soundtrack. There used to be a colleague that we had on the show. He ate a chicken salami even though we told him no. Now he lives in his bathroom and ruins his hole.
Ruins his hole.
Oh man.
Dude, I got the lockpick perk and no doors are gonna be locked for me now. Isn't that great?
Holy shit.
I know. Pad sing.
Can you guys all sing the Game of Thrones song, please? Oh, we totally Oh, we're done.
I also have "Kiss from a Rose" playing right now, so it's like really mind flooding me on the Game of
There's
Thrones.
there's that episode in season 6 where they do the Game of Thrones intro, and then there's a new place on the map. I don't know if you guys had the same reaction, but when Kate and I were watching, we were like, "Whoa! What the heck is the twine?" Something like that. I don't remember what it was called.
Twine is it's an engine used to make text games.
Yeah, that is true.
I just thought it'd help.
There's been I did not answer that prompt correctly.
Try again.
I refuse.
That's fine too. I don't mean to pressure you into it.
Your rose is in bloom. A light hits the gloom on the gray.
Her rose being in bloom can only mean one thing, right?
He loves.
Because that's kind of weird to talk about that.
Yeah. I mean, I mentioned it last time we were talking about Kiss from a Rose. This dude's into. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I mean, he's into period sex.
Okay.
He's got his red wings.
How the Monopoly guy really earned his wealth. Usury or seize the means of production?
Why'd you say it like that?
Is it usury?
Yeah, it's usury.
Yeah, it's usury.
Cut me some slack. It's the word that only exists in the Old Testament.
That's a
Does
fair
it?
point,
Oh,
yeah.
maybe it does.
You know, you don't go to the bank and they're like, you know, here's the usury on this mortgage. Like,
I think they do actually in some
No.
cases. I think so.
hey, I'm getting roasted for the lack of people in the audience. Join the freaking audience.
Yeah, join the audience. It's UJVB.
But then they can't
Only
roast you
you.
anymore.
Only you can protect your constitutional rights. No one else will do it for you.
Except for me.
The most awesome thing to say after getting fired from a sperm bank. It's all mine, all of it. I filled them all. Or I came in them, your mom.
Top answer.
Oh, yeah, I was mind flooded a bit.
Top answer.
And I
Used to be a grain tower.
look.
What's going on?
Back in my day, we called your mother the sperm bank.
Where's it going
Back
on?
in my day, the sperm bank didn't declare usury in its deposits.
Yeah?
The reason the aliens stopped abducting you You ran out of 4X scopies or started bringing my own probe?
Nice.
BYOP.
Nice. Yeah. That's my favorite party.
Be up.
You think that's what they're saying in those rap songs when they go, be up?
Oh, that's gotta be it. Yeah.
It's bring your own probe.
Bring your own probe. Yeah.
I always thought it was something, violent.
No.
Just bringing your own probe.
You just gotta be into some anal foreplay, you know.
Maybe a splorch or two.
Oh, there we go.
Is there rap
now we
about
got
the
an
splorch?
Oh yeah, dude.
We've had a long and dry discussion about the splorch before.
It's the one that goes,
Way too
I'm
dry.
going down, down, baby. Low street in my Range Rover. Boom, boom, baby. Ready to let it go.
By let it go, you mean lay an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to lay an egg inside of you, my homie.
The worst children's game. Hungry, hungry hip bones or hungry, hungry hookers.
I like both of these. There's a lot of things that make me sad about not being able to roll my tongue.
Yeah.
But not being able to do the rap sound. Yeah, there it is. That's the one.
That is the Blood's Call. So
What? No, why did I say that? I had no idea.
Well, I guess I have to join the Crips then.
Oh
Because
no!
I can't roll my tongue.
I had no idea that was the Bloods call. I had no fucking clue.
We're sorry, Mr. Bloods. We are but a humble Twitch streamer.
My ignorance
when I was a
precedes
kid,
me.
actually, people used to get their asses kicked for that. Not that anyone was in the Bloods, but like that would be.
They could have been.
They just didn't want anybody to be.
They're like, yo, that's not cool to stigmatize gangs like that. I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'll teach you. Oh, this is a wonderful prompt, actually. I really like this one.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God, I'm listening to a different Seal song now.
There are different Seal songs?
No.
Apparently, yeah.
Just kidding. It's a joke. Thank you, Classy Pie, for the 1,500 bits, by the way.
Like, I actually cannot name another Seal song.
Oh, no, I can't.
What?
No, I can't.
Oh,
I had no idea.
Absolutely.
I can tell you now. Because I Googled it.
Nice.
It's been one Seal song. There's no joke there.
Man, I didn't even know Seal was black. Just a great comment.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, Seal's discography is great.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opening, like, debut album, self-titled, Seal. No problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1994 release, Seal 2.
Oh yeah, the Led Zeppelin round.
Seal 2.
Alright.
That's like Periphery.
Wait. As an aside,
Yeah.
if Michigan is shaped like a hand, Texas should be shaped like a tortilla chip, or dude shitting his brains out while puking.
Not bad, not bad.
Alright, Seal, what's the third album called?
Album 3. He got a little more creative. Number 98, or sorry, year 1998. Human Being.
Okay, yeah.
Seal 3, this time it's personal.
Because the first two were named after animals.
Not right, yeah.
In the third one, he's like, just to be clear,
you gotta
I'm not a seal.
It took 3 albums for people to catch on.
Well, I mean, this is when Whale Sounds was making huge waves in the music industry, so...
What about Pet Sounds?
Oh, that's 1969. Yeah.
Oh, that's way older than I thought.
2003 went back to its roots. Seal 4.
Wait, where's Seal 3?
No, there's no Seal 3.
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can.
Work for Valve?
Nice.
Get it? Get
That's a
it?
nerd joke. That's a nerd joke right
Wait,
there.
Yeah.
why?
It's because of the.
I want to hear this question.
Okay.
Spell out the sound a fish hitting a person in the face makes. Splorch or... I have to cheat. I have to use my lips. I can't do the tongue roll.
You can't do the tongue roll?
No.
You know, I couldn't do the tongue roll until I was like 17.
Why did you have to ask? He just said that a minute ago.
I don't know.
I like to read. We got into this whole discussion about the Bloods because of that.
Well, no, but I thought...
Yeah, I remember.
I thought it was Bear who was saying he couldn't do the tongue roll.
Nope.
Well, we both can't do the tongue roll.
Yeah, I started it, and then he confirmed he also couldn't do it.
Okay, I wasn't aware of this.
Something very disturbing to pull out of your ear. The means of production or another ear.
Oh, no, that's a real thing. They call it an inner ear.
Can we get a Bloods to Austin emote that goes, Soo-roo-roo?
Is that
no, we
what
can't.
the Bloods call is?
No, that's, you know, they do. Soo-woo is the thing.
What do you even, they do? I don't know that they do.
You never listened to a Wu-Tang song?
Yeah, but when they do that, I don't go, oh, yes, that's the Bloods call. I go, hey, Master Killer's making a weird sound with his mouth. That's pretty cool.
The worst gets weird, though.
Okay.
Sorry, you go ahead, though.
Well, the worst thing to have written on the butt area of your shorts. Juicy slots or cum, open parentheses, here, close parentheses.
Here's where it gets weird.
Juicy slots.
2007, 2008, he released 2 albums. One was called System, one was called Soul. These followed the release of Seal 4 in 2003,
right?
Which followed the release of Human Being, aka, you know, presumably Seal 3.
Seal 3, right, yeah.
So System and Soul would be Seals 5 and 6.
Right.
It's like, remember that R. Kelly came out with those 2 albums?
Sweat
One of
and
them
Suit.
was like Sweat and Suit.
That's
Nelly, I think, but yes, you corrected me in the proper way. Nelly, Sweat and Suit, right?
I picked those up at GameStop. Somebody traded them in. I was like, this seems like a good deal. I think it was 99 cents for both Sweat and Suit.
That's awesome.
I never listened to them. They're still wrapped.
Anyway, System and Soul, presumably Seal 5 and 6. In 2010, he releases Seal 6, Commitment.
Oh. Well, you can't play it both ways.
Oh, that's
You're telling me Human Beings counts as Seal 3.
Yes.
But the 2 albums he came out with only counted as Seal 5.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's madness.
And why is it not Seal Team 6? That's what I want to know. Because, I mean, he's missing a classic opportunity there.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
He's not playing by the rules. You gotta interview him and find out which one of those 2 albums he doesn't think is worth being a canonical number sealed album.
We gotta bring him on a roundtable.
You think he'd come on?
Yeah. What else did he do? He hosted, like, So You Think You Can Dance or something.
That seems like a weird choice. Yeah. Because he's a singer.
Yeah. Maybe he just like did a musical performance. Do you think like he sings other songs when they bring him on, like as like a special musical performer?
Oh, Soul was a cover album. That's true. You can't have a cover album be a numbered volume of the Encyclopedia
you know what?
of Seal.
That explains the rest of it then, because the 2011 release was Soul 2, which there we go, and then 2015's album was 7, which was going to continue the issue were we not to receive that clarification on Soul. So all is right in the world of Seal.
Comes up with the classic novel with this word in its title, None. The Liar, the Bitch, and the Nun. I'm having none of this prompt. Anna Karenina, or none of your business in pre-industrial Russia.
Anna Karenina's pretty funny. Well, funny is a stretch.
Because we laughed so hard during it.
Yeah, that's
not a huge fan of that one.
Have you read Anna Karenina? No, of course not. But I know that it is a book.
Crime and Nunnishment! That would have been really good.
Yeah, that would have won.
So much better.
Crime and Nunnishment.
That would have been like ground level for comedy for that prompt.
Yeah. Why didn't we, or at least 2 of us, why were we thinking Russian novels?
That's a good point.
What happened there? And Crime and Nunnishment is also a Russian novel, is really where I'm getting at.
Yeah, correct. That's correct.
You ever get like a range upgrade in Flinthook?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's called Long Shot.
It's wonderful.
I have not found it yet. I would like that.
There's also one called Long Shot.
Oh, that might be the one.
Sounds even longer.
Yeah, it's way longer. It's got extra O's.
My dick.
Nice.
Your dick has O's?
Got him.
Extra ones.
Name one English novel from pre-1800 Robert Canterbury Tales doesn't count. Well,
What about Beowulf and Grendel?
Well, that's not. Is Beowulf an English novel?
It's Old English.
I suppose so.
I saw the movie.
No, I didn't.
I saw the movie. There was Angelina Jolie was naked, but she was gold, so she wasn't naked.
Oh, that's my kind of lady.
Oh, that's an epic poem, not a novel. Fuck. The Iliad, those are in Greek, my man.
See, I like the prompts that are more open-ended. I hate the ones that are like, you know, come up with a creative new name for a Jello.
Yeah.
There's a lot to go with there.
What kind of spread would you not want to put on your asshole? I don't know, peanut butter. Nutella.
What's the worst thing to say when your head's in an alligator's mouth?
You know you can make your own prompts in this.
Yeah, that's true. We have never done that except for that one time.
I almost bought the game just to make some goddamn prompts, but it's like $30, so I don't care that much.
It's way easier for us to shit on the bad ones they made.
That's a good point, yeah.
A bad way to make friends with your next door neighbor. Slide your dong under their door, or construct a bridge through their house.
Is that like a topical thing?
I don't get it.
That's an Up reference.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
So then they get old and then they fly away on balloons. What am I doing? I just threw this whole run away because I just like didn't pay attention.
That's like, there have been custom prompts that have been created for us, but I really respect the prompts that are with the game because there's too much incentive to put the joke into the prompt, is what I've noticed when I read them. Is a lot of people go like, you know, what's on the inside of, you know, Robert's refrigerator? And you're like,
yeah,
the joke is already in there that Rob is a parody of a human being. So
I've heard that before, actually.
You have to let us put that joke into the actual game. But yeah, the title of an unreleased Air Bud movie: Air Bud Seal 6 or Air Bud Ferret Legging.
So I looked up obscure sports. Apparently, ferret legging is a sport.
Really?
I don't know what it is, but
here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You pull the waistband of your pants out, you put a ferret in there, and then you try to shimmy it down so it drops out through your pant leg.
That happened in Harry Potter 3.
Nice.
It did?
Wait, hold on a second. Are you
When?
get it like perfectly right?
They turned somebody into a ferret, and then he ended up in somebody's pants, and it was a big issue.
This is a really good answer, actually, to this one.
Do you remember
What a first lady does all day: plans her escape or vote here if you hate politics.
Hey now.
You're an all-star.
You're an all-star.
Get your game on.
Go play.
Get laid.
Ferret legging. Go play some ferret legging. Because apparently it was an endurance test or stunt in which ferrets were trapped in trousers worn by a participant, also known as put 'em down and ferret down trousers.
Put him down.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
a
talk
way
about that
better
with
name
animals.
for that sport on a descriptive level than football. The hardest part of living forever: dying in a car accident at age 859 or not enough human blood to consume.
There's always enough human blood to consume.
I wonder who could have written that prompt. Man. Oh, jeez.
Got one.
I'm a fan of this level structure, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Flinthook is a good game, but every once in a while I have 25 minutes of easy runs, and then I go into a room where the air is made of airborne spikes that kill you.
Yep.
And I get hit like 18 times on the same room, and I go, well, that's the end of that run.
This one's just like really slow, and there's a ton of like zigzag rooms with just nothing happening in them that I have to go through each time.
Wait until you get trapped in a room where it's really easy to go down, but getting out is like requires you being the greatest hook player of all time.
Had a little of that. It's not.
No, trust me, you have not had a little of that yet. When you have that, you will send a Skype message that says, "Hey, I know what you're talking about."
Fuck
but I'm
Flinthook,
like
that'll come.
good at video games though.
No, get ready because you will find a situation.
I'm joking. I'm not good at video games.
Oh, God damn it! What?
I thought everyone left.
Oh no, we're just answering prompts. I mean, I have to. I have to. Is the thing. I have to. All right.
What the fuck I'm doing, man?
Yep. Nick with the high-quality rosing. Hey, everybody! Look at Sinister Broccoli! He spelled roasting wrong! It just compromised the integrity of his joke! Way to go, Sinister Broccoli!
Get fucking wrecked! Got him!
You gotta ride with the dogs. You gotta not be afraid to get barked at.
Yeah.
Call him out.
Oh, no.
Fucking expose him, Chad.
By the dog.
Yeah, dude, we got you on a short leash, buddy. Welcome to the kennel. A new slogan for the Greyhound Bus Company. We'll have a bus where you're standing. Or, roo 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 roo.
There's no way there are that many characters available.
No, he got it. I was following along.
Oh.
There's quite a few there, yeah.
Nobody voted, so I should tell you a little.
What does that tell you?
It was just the, you know,
What is we'll have a bus where you're standing?
I'm saying keep your expectations fairly low.
That seems like amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
No matter where I am, they got a
Doesn't mean
bus.
it'll get you anywhere. There's just gonna be a bus where you're standing.
Why wouldn't it be? It's a bus.
It wouldn't go, maybe. You never know.
Maybe I go to the bus station and the bus doesn't go. That's worse, isn't it?
That's probably worse. Yeah, you have to walk there.
I don't fully understand.
For a
Bus where I was standing here.
great name for a meteorologist.
Bus
Johnny
standing.
Storm or Dick Trickles a Bit.
That's a good name.
Classic Dick Trickles a bit.
Trickles.
Oh, I didn't vote in time.
Oh.
So it's the quality name. How did Dick Trickles a Bit lose?
Dick Trickles a bit.
Dick Trickles a Bit. In your opinion, scientists should be working around the clock to clone themselves or each other. Okay. Well,
Wow. All right.
damn.
Jeez.
Which parsing do you find more palatable?
Do I just like flip a coin to pick this one, or?
No, pick mine.
All right.
Which one's
Everybody.
yours?
Hey, everybody. Vote left. Vote left.
Oh.
Yeah, but left depends on your perspective, which side left is.
Hello.
Yeah, is it left from the east or left from the west?
That's actually a true question.
Vote California, not New Jersey. Oh, get dusted, Nick.
Yeah, but which
California
direction is California in?
It depends on your perspective.
Yeah. What
If you're
in the
looking
North
from
Pole?
Canada and you're looking south, then you know it's on your right, so it's on the east.
Here's
That's how that
wait.
works.
A rejected first draft line from The Shining. Here's the story about a little guy that lives in a... Okay. Or here's what my butthole looks like under a black lie.
I like that. That's silly.
Yeah.
Black lie.
Black lie.
Black lights matter.
Is blue, open parentheses, dabadi, close parentheses,
Yeah.
the worst written song of all time?
No, come on. It's got some heart to it.
I
Defend
think
it.
Zombie Nation is probably worse.
The one, isn't that the one
No.
that goes...
Barbie girl.
That's a great song, dude.
Yeah, but like the lyrics are zombie, zombie, Zombie.
It works for the cranberries.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like a few other words though.
That song gets me pumped as frick to run around the gym for 15 minutes in 6th grade.
Yeah, pumped as frick, bud.
All
freaking stoked to run around the gym.
Get all friggin' twisted up on Sunny D. You gotta put that energy somewhere, you know? Get some squeaks on that Jim Hardwood. Great name for a meteorologist.
Jim Hardwood.
All right, it's a comic lash.
Oh. Filthy.
Let's go on an adventure. What do you say, Rusty? That is a fat cowboy who is riding a horse, and the horse replies...
I got it.
Sing Zombie by the Cranberries for us. Okay, here's the deal. You can sing Zombie by the Cranberries, but you have to sing a verse, not the chorus.
No.
Wait, that's not that hard now that I think about it. Because then the verses are all like, with their bombs and their bombs. They got bombs, they got bombs, they are fighting. You know.
Yeah.
I remember. I just can't think of anything to say in this comic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that guy's, like, front part a butt?
He's got a butt in the front.
You ever heard of front butt?
Yes,
He's got
front butt.
All right.
And his boots are on backwards. He is an owl
Bad
man.
cowboy. Let's go on an adventure. What do you say, Rusty? I'm riding you down to the gym. Then there's like a nay emoji, I think. I just hate this. And then there's nay, like N-A-Y.
Like vote nay.
I guess the implication there is that the horse is saying no, but that's also the sound a horse makes.
Is his head turned around, or what's happened to him? Because his legs are on reverse. His boots are backwards.
Yeah, but his man tits are forward.
Right.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those boots are not made for walking.
What are they made for?
No, not at all.
I don't know, man.
Taken off and put back on the right way.
They look like they're made for, like, making children's toys for Christmas, if they worked under Santa.
What about just making children?
Yeah,
Are
definitely
those children making boots?
See,
Yeah, you
if
know
we
what?
have-
That could definitely hit the G-spot with that angle.
Oh. No, that does not, no. Look at that. That is a fire poker.
I mean, it shouldn't be that sharp, in fairness, but yeah.
That's too sharp.
Well, there's a solution for everything. Look at the crystal dildos.
I do all the time.
Round them out. Buff them.
What do you mean when the actual joke loses? The gym was not the only joke there. Nay is a verbal declaration of resistance and also the sound that a horse makes.
Yeah.
He's indicating his displeasure without changing the diction of a horse.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
It's
I didn't get
dignity,
it.
Luann.
I didn't get it. Now I get it.
That horse
I
is
also
an idiot.
partially did it because I wanted chat to think that there was an emoji that was nay, but there isn't.
Yeah. I like to fuck with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially who was it earlier that was being so stupid?
Sinister broccoli.
Fucking sinister
Fucking sinister broccoli. You probably thought that was an emoji. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I love that emoji.
Bet he did.
I was actually, like, for a second, I was like, come on, guys, I haven't seen him in chat for a while. And then I looked in chat, and he had a vote nay that scrolled by, so I'm like, yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh, man. I'm gonna answer things.
Oh, serious time.
How do you spell this word? Couple of words I don't like. Don't like spelling. I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but couple of words, just do not care. Did somebody say mouth? Well, if mouth wants to get in here, by all means.
Oh, hey, Mal.
You
Yeah.
can get in for a whole game, even.
You can always use somebody to feed us points in Quiplash. Especially since Sinister Broccoli isn't in the game.
in the audience, though. In the gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking sinister broccoli.
Dumbass. Sorry, man. That was rude.
Yeah, that's a little far.
Come on now.
Pushed over the line of dust there. Pardon me.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Oh.
No. Cuts a little deep. You guys ever have chicharron?
Yes! I was
Right?
talking a week and a half ago to Malf. I was like, you ever have chicharron? I said it just like you. And he's like, I've never had it. I was like, it's delicious.
It's really good.
What is it?
Chicharro.
What is it?
It's like fried pork fat / skin.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, but it's not just fat and skin. There is also, it's like, I think it's the same cut as bacon, but it's not, you know, cured or smoked. I could be wrong about that. It's delicious though. It's deep fried.
What 80s TV alien Alf is probably up to right now? If the other answer involves Malf, vote this, or evading the FBI for robbing cat shelters.
He ate cats. That was the joke.
That's the thing.
He would eat cats. Yeah.
I hated that he did that. I wish he wouldn't.
80s TV alien Alf. That's.
Thank you,
I
Beam
didn't know he
Shadow.
was-
I'm
And
glad
he's an alien.
Lurky
I'm glad they
Lunker
specified.
Face.
You didn't realize Alf was an alien?
I didn't know what that was. I
You ever
just-
looked at him?
Puppet.
It's like also the main like premise of the show.
He
I
just
didn't
looks
ever-
like a puppet. Though.
That's what Alf stands for, dude, is alien life form.
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Oh, that's cool.
The
I don't
most
think it's cool.
disappointing thing to win on a game show: a lifetime supply of cat wine or a lifetime supply of sinister broccoli.
That'd be pretty fucking disappointing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I know. It really would. He's probably impotent, right, guys?
I never. Not only did I not know Alf was an alien, I've never even like had the thought, "What is Alf?" Never crossed my
Yeah,
mind.
he's just kind of out there.
Yeah.
Got an Alf. If you ever like, if anybody who is an adult in the 1980s ever tells you our generation ruined the world, just remind them which generation made Alf run for 6 seasons.
There was also Harry and the Hendersons, which was like a shittier Alf.
Mork and Mindy, like how
I
many?
liked Mork and Mindy though.
How many alien meets normal person TV shows can there conceivably be?
An infinite amount, probably.
Yeah,
apparently.
quite a few.
The dark secret of Frosty the Snowman is that he eats kids, it's horrible, just eats them. Or he has a diamond made of blood inside.
He eats kids. By the way, chicharron is made from pork belly. Traditionally.
Is good, man.
It is good.
Would you rather a chicharron or like a nice crunchy beef pizzle?
Is that like a penis?
Chicharron, I think.
Yeah, it's a dried dick.
Whole cock, yeah.
Feeding
Yeah,
the
anyway,
dogs.
I had some chicharron yesterday. And it was delicious.
You know, at some point in the 1980s, there was probably someone trapped in traffic beating the shit out of their steering wheel because they were gonna miss out. That's a very sad thought. God damn it!
I can almost hear the leathery steering wheel.
Gotta wait till they run the rerun. What do you wish you could say to yourself as a high schooler? Shit on my chest or what's up?
Yeah, dude, you're getting Adele.
If you said that, like, if you went back in time and said that before it became popular, you'd be a fucking legend.
Yeah, well, you think it would catch on if you just started saying it?
Nah.
in school?
Remember that
They'd
time
say
that
you
weird
stole
old
it.
guy who looked like Ryan invented what's up?
Oh, man.
What's up?
What's
Lurky
that?
Face wants me to ask you if you would enable audience participation. I thought you said you wouldn't do that though, so.
No, because one bad apple does
Spoil the
whole
bunch, okay.
girl.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah?
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
God, that was like the worst ad campaign because
That
my
was really
dad
bad.
loved it.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yes, God. Alright. You know what? You know what? Alf got arrested. Oh yeah, that's in the last episode, right? He finally gets caught
Something like that, yeah.
for eating cats. I mean, mainly for being an alien. But he did also eat cats all the time.
I really wish you would stop doing that.
In every single one of these movies where like an alien shows up, the government's like, hey, can we look at your alien? It's always like a suburban American family. It's like, no, we think we know what's best for the alien. You work at the like freaking grocery store. What do you mean you know what's best for the alien? Give the alien to the government, man.
At least that one show, like the guy is with the government. The cartoon show that's awful, American Dad.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He is at least with the government, so he might know better.
How babies are made in 3 words: big wet farts or the semen demon.
I like the mythos of the semen demon.
Me too. That's what I'm gonna teach my kids.
Are you sure he's a demon?
Semen.
That was my nickname in college.
Can a demon be swallowed whole?
You try
yeah. Not with that attitude.
You ever blow Satan?
You ever blow Satan in the pale moonlight?
Blow him like what? He's on a boat and I'm like moving the wind.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, just like the colloquial blow. Describing the physics of moving a boat on the water.
Boat on the water.
What happens when you have your 10,000th blood diamond or what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, I've seen Scary Movie.
Hey, Nick, man.
Don't do it. I'm not reciprocating this time.
I hope it's blood diamond.
Yeah. Honestly, me too.
Yeah, it won.
Thank God.
Both are really bad.
Yeah.
Is there a reason not to spend your cash in Flinthook?
Sorry, what?
If you find a shop and it's like, here's a bunch of stuff I kind of want, do you just buy it all, or is there a reason to hold on to it?
Buy it all, dude.
That's what I did.
Something an overexcited fan would yell at a tense dog show. Butte, Montana? Or give him his busy bee, give him his busy bee.
I don't understand it, but I voted for it.
Butte, Montana must be a safety quip.
That's a safety quip.
BaerTaffy's the only person who safety quips, but he also must have said give him his busy bee.
Yeah, that's very confusing.
Please tell me you've seen Best in Show.
I've seen Best in Show, and I don't remember an ancillary quote from the film. It came out in the year 2000.
I've seen it like 5 times. I remember quite a bit about it.
God loves a terrier, maybe. Give him his busy
that
bee.
movie.
It's a good movie.
She flips out because the dog needs his busy bee.
The title of a nude portrait of your dad. What's up?
Oh.
Don't open dad inside.
Oh man, I remember that NLSS where they remembered what's up. That was a golden one.
Let's not bring that one back like we did with Borat.
Now what's up?
Actually, isn't there a moment in Borat where he says "What's up" like that? Is there?
Maybe.
I think so.
I wouldn't put it past him. He seems like he'd say that.
Yeah. Don't dad open inside.
It's in Arrested Development.
Yeah. So I haven't finished that last season of Arrested Development.
No, me neither.
It's just not really worth it.
It's a shame because like it's a great show.
I'm starting to like. I'm becoming a lot happier with things that just begin and end and are fine with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Ryan and I agree pretty hard on this one, I have a feeling.
Like a lot of reunion shows and like the Amish episodes and shit like that, they're just not very good.
And the Amish episodes?
Yeah, the Amish episodes especially are struggling, but like it's I can think of a lot of examples of shows where I'm just satisfied with what it is and nothing more.
What's the comic though?
Oh, the comic is a superhero is holding a boy, and the boy says, "How can I ever repay you?" implying the superhero has saved him.
Is that a boy or is that a man?
It matters.
Look,
because like I was about to type something that I'm deleting now.
Okay,
because I thought that was a man.
The narrative has been set.
All right.
It's David Schwimmer.
Oh, okay, but I don't have enough time to answer, so I'm still gonna. Okay, that was all right.
Wow, joining in the last 10 minutes, just in time for the shout-outs. I didn't realize you were BaerTaffy.
Whoa! Hey,
what's up?
I've been here for a whole hour.
What's up?
Hey, Mouth.
I'll have you know I was finishing up 45 minutes of dishes right before I hopped on here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hope your hands
I'm
are
gonna never
happy.
repay you. Forgive me for banging your wife. Don't lickle my pickle. Give me your Twitch Prime sub or mouth me.
Mouth.me is one of my websites.
One up.
How'd you get in the game already? You just got here. That's silly.
You're a silly fox, aren't you?
What a coincidental time to remind you your Twitch Prime subscriptions may have run out. If you click that subscribe button up in the top right, it might say use your free sub, and then you click it, and then we go got one.
And then we give you glass dildos or crystal ones. It's up to you.
But there's a weird bug on Twitch right now. What you have to do is you got to change the payment options and do the one that says $25.
Yeah.
It's weird, but it works. That's how you do it. You get your free sub that way.
It costs $25 though when you do that one.
Yeah,
That's
but it's free.
true, yeah. But it's free.
Just to be fair.
After you pay the 25, then it's free. And then you gotta pay another 25 in a month, but then it's free.
Correct. Got one.
Got one.
Now, if you want to join our game.
Hey, are you actually playing another one?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay, that's why I joined. I didn't want to, you know.
Thanks for joining the Lion Cubs.
That's nice.
Mouth, do you want to subscribe to my channel for $25?
Only if Ryan subscribes to me, I'll subscribe to you.
Okay.
Wow. Do I have to subscribe at the $25?
You gotta start doing it at the $25 level.
That's madness.
And then Mouth will sub to me, and then I'll sub to Rob.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are missing out on this wonderful Alpaca W, which is just fantastic, honestly.
I already subscribed to Kate at this $25 tier.
Wow. Wait, why, though?
That's like a lot of money to give to
Dude, look at this emote. It's so good.
You live in the same house. You can have all the emotes.
What, I gotta log into her account?
No, you can just have all the emotes you want.
How so, though?
I'll copy them and paste and put them all over your computer as shortcuts.
It's... No, but you don't understand. How am I gonna do the emote, though? You see, like...
Ask Twitch to give it to you.
I got a new code in the chat there.
Oh, okay.
For you as well.
Oh, my bad.
I joined. Oh, I joined.
Yeah, big shout out to anybody that subscribed at the $25 level, by the way. Appreciate it. You get a gold man emote. It's very cool.
I really want to say that code out loud. It looks like it would be
It's
so
a
fun.
great code.
It's a good code.
Yeah.
Wait, is it? Hold on, what is it?
I'm gonna like.
Oh yeah,
ready.
that's a quality
I'm
code.
pumped up. I'm pumped up.
Yeah, that's top notch.
That's better
5
than that
people?
one we couldn't say out loud. I like
Yeah,
that
that
one a
one
lot
was
better.
really bad.
That's quite bad.
I'm really curious if we're all gonna pronounce this the exact same way.
I think we will.
I'm just gonna say the thing it sounds like and not
You're
the
free to
thing
go.
it's written as.
We're free to
You're
go.
free to
Okay,
go.
3, 2, 1.
Oish. Oish.
Oy vey.
Who said oh shit?
Me.
Oh,
It looks like oh shit.
No, it's oish.
Oish. Hey, Mouth.
What's up?
What's up?
I'm currently reading about geomagnetic excursion.
Oh, I've heard about that with crystal dildos. You gotta
No.
put them in a plate of salt.
No.
Detunes the vibrations.
Geomagnetic excursion.
That's how Half-Life 1 started.
This is a... We're gonna give the same answer, but it's not conceivable that there will be a jinx. Run that one through the old cognitive processor. Tell me what you get. What is that emote? Let me see that. Normal C. There's the best thing about Twitch opening the floodgates on these emotes is that there's so many good ones I've never seen before in my life.
Whoa. Like what, pray tell?
Well, normal C. I can't do it, but somebody can do it.
Somebody can do it. There it is. I see it. That's a good one. These face emotes, they're just gonna get like closer and closer in on the people's face. So you're just seeing like the front of a nose.
The Wicked Witch.
Go ahead.
The Wicked Witch of the West's biggest annoyance with her flying monkeys. Geomagnetic excursion, or they always get away when she tries to finger.
Alright, you guys like
trying to finger a lot, yeah.
Why is everyone trying to fuck these cartoon animals?
They're not even bunnies this time.
It's flying monkeys. Actually, is that a thing? People want to do the monkeys? Because, like, that might be, like, a little too human, right?
Too human. I remember that game.
Do the monkey with me.
But is the problem that they're too human? I thought when they're less human, that's the problem.
What do you mean they're very fuckable?
Alright, show us the fuckability scale of animals.
What's the least fuckable cartoon animal? And what's the most
Rhino.
fuckable cartoon animal?
Rhino's got, like, hippo's probably down there too, like least fuckable.
They got
Austin, if
monkeys.
you don't like it, you can leave, buddy. You know your house is too big when you have a room specifically for escaping, when you have a room specifically for a crystal dildo display case.
Oh fuck! Sorry.
You guys want to hear a cute story? It's not funny at all. It's just cute.
Sure.
A dog chugs.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be about chugs.
Yeah, it's just that's the whole story.
Oh, that's a nice story.
Yeah.
I just got a second $25 sub.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is cute. That's a cute story.
Isn't it?
The worst gig for any truck driver would be delivering himself to a human shredding facility or delivering bad news.
I was talking about shredding humans to take their gold before.
Yeah. Actually, I was looking on r/, they did the math, and apparently you need to kill 359 human beings to actually make a sword out of their blood.
Cool.
What do you mean a sword out of their blood?
To make
Like
all the
enough
iron come out.
iron.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Enough iron, yeah.
How much to make a gold sword out of their blood?
Probably a lot more humans.
Well, that's what makes it worth doing.
Right, yeah.
Valerian Steel, you'll realize you shouldn't have picked up that hitchhiker when he says normalcy or when he says what's up.
No. You want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? That's it. Thank you, 5X beating it for the 22 months.
Mock.
Normalcy. I
gotta
get
say
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bird.
Yeah.
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 Mocking bird down. Everybody, have you heard?
Have you heard?
She gonna buy me a
You gonna
diamond
buy
ring.
me a mug?
Does not work with the delay.
How come What's Up works here? Why does What's Up work here?
Well, because normalcy was the worst answer in the entire game so far.
Really glad I joined, chat. Thanks for requesting my presence.
An inappropriate thing to write on somebody's cast. Haha, you can't beat off, or when you read this, I will be dead, so why?
What if they got a cast on their leg?
Yeah!
Haha, you can't beat off.
Maybe you can't beat off when you have a leg cast. Maybe it's a leg cast that goes all the way up to your boner. Maybe it's a cast around your boner.
Boner cast.
Yes,
That was the original name of this show.
That was one of the names we were toying around with before Roundtable stuck.
Yeah, we were toying around with that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of toying.
Okay, hold on. A man just gave me 100 bits, and he said, how much milk is an acceptable amount to consume per day? I do about a gallon per day.
That's too much.
That's a lot of milk.
Yeah,
I don't know how much is acceptable, but that is outside of the bounds of normalcy.
let's start with that. It's like way too high.
Realistically, like, he's lying, right? Like, you can't possibly do a gallon.
That's
You
expensive.
can do a gallon
right?
in a day. It's just gonna take you a while.
That's a lot of milk.
You just can't do it in an hour.
You
That's a
definitely
lot
can't
of
do it
milk.
now.
That's a lot of milk.
That's a lot of milk. You do about a half gallon a day? How is this common? If I have a glass of milk, I'm shitting my brains out for like 4 hours.
Well, you are lactose intolerant, though.
Well, I'm not exact. I'm like kind of lactose intolerant.
If one glass of milk makes you shit your brains out, you are lactose intolerant, full stop.
I might have been using hyperbole.
Well, then, I'm not being pedantic if it's essential to the...
I never said you were pedantic in that case.
That's pedantic.
I didn't say that. Also, I need to type this prompt.
Yeah, me too, right? Right, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, bud.
Whenever I say that's too much milk, and chat goes, what are your bones made out of, you know, sand? Like, you know, Big Milk already got to you. Give me the undecided
Big Milk.
drinkers.
That was my rap name back in the day.
So who takes the AP US history test tomorrow? Yeah, dude. How do you do, fellow teens? Who did Abraham Lincoln beat in the first American election he was in?
Henry Ford.
Henry Rollins.
Non-shitty answer? Everybody. He beat all of his opponents. What a caveman has nightmares about. It's actually Stephen A. Douglas. His deep-seated insecurities or cave lice?
Cave lice.
Cave lice.
They have huge female vaginas. No, boners.
I've heard that as well. I've heard both things. You know what's a pretty good movie?
Cave boners?
Pitch Black.
Arachnophobia.
Oh, now we're talking.
Eight-legged freaks.
Hold on, are people gonna open my eyes to the phrase deep-seated not being a thing?
No, that's a thing.
I thought it was a thing. Why are people saying it's not a thing?
I think it's a seated, not.
I think it,
No, it was seated.
I think it's
Planted
real
seats,
deep.
like sits on
they
something.
both make sense.
I think it's
The first result for deep-seated is the question, is it deep-seated or deep-seated?
Yeah.
No,
it's like that
no.
for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
It means the
Is-
same.
What is it? Is it end scene or and scene?
That's actually that one actually frustrates me when people type should of instead of should have.
Well, that one's just wrong.
That's just shorthand that they're doing it
pisses
wrong.
Me off. Yeah.
What you will bequeath to your enemy upon your death? A freaking sick-ass kickflip or my sword made of 359 humans' blood?
That's cool as hell, man.
I know, right?
I don't want to get the
Technically,
humans to get the
humans-
blood, but like, if that sword existed, that's a cool sword.
Right?
Assign your Roomba may be sentient.
Plays the
Steals
uniform all
all
day.
your milk or goes back in time and kills John Connor.
Chills with John Connor.
Goes back in time and chills with
with
John
John.
Connor.
Yeah. You know what I never understood about the first Terminator movie?
Okay.
Is like they you know Michael Biehn goes back and he says like yeah, oh, John Connor was my best friend and stuff, right? But then he knows that he's his dad. So like, when was the moment where he was like, hey, I really need you to go back in time and fuck my mom? Because otherwise I won't exist, and the, you know, humanity's gonna be over.
But he
Like,
already existed to tell him. To go
Right,
back in
exactly.
Infinite
time, so-
recursion Harry's across the lake problem again. This shit comes up everywhere.
A bumper sticker a nudist would have. My other ride is a towel, or I am the emperor.
For the Emperor!
You get it?
No.
It's like the emperor's new clothes.
Yeah, the Emperor has no clothes.
Oh.
Is it too cerebral for you?
Yeah, that's the problem with it. It's too cerebral. We are talking about a game in which the top answer last round was, what's up?
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah, Bear. Oh, fuck. I think if anybody ever says, you know, like what's up, they have to drink a Smirnoff Ice afterwards. Like you have to combine what's up and icing. So it's called what's icing.
Right.
You just got what's ice.
Isn't that something that happens in hockey all the time?
Dude. Fucking Sidney Crosby gets was iced all the time.
That's what I thought.
Something enthusiastic you would yell at a Smash Mouth concert. Turn up the good, turn down the suck. Or, you're only popular because of Shrek.
That's not enthusiastic.
Is that first one mouth?
Not encouraging.
Was ice.
You guys ever been iced before? Does everyone know what icing is?
No. Being murdered?
No, that's that Smirnoff Ice had like a marketing campaign that was like, if you ever present your friend with a Smirnoff Ice, they have to get on their knees and chug the whole bottle in front of you.
Oh,
that seems
it
really
was
dangerous.
Smirnoff trying to market Smirnoff Ice to like
frat boys.
Yeah, exactly. So you could like prank your friends.
And then at the end of the commercial, drink responsibly.
Yeah. It's a comic lash.
Not again.
It was just a different time. It was a different time back then, man.
So, how can you tell we're flying south? It's two geese up there.
Yeah.
I had to drink one in the shower at 5:45 a.m. Let me spoil something for you. No, you fucking didn't. You actually, in no court in the land is Smirnoff Ice considered the law, the de facto law of the region.
Was that Sinister Broccoli? I bet that was Sinister fucking Broccoli, too.
So, like,
fucking piece of shit.
If you could put it in a commercial that when you present your dick, you gotta get it sucked, like, will that work?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Easy.
If it's in a commercial. Actually, when I was in...
Please suck responsibly.
One year for Halloween, I went as Cop a Feel Man, and surprisingly it worked.
David?
That's actually horrible.
Were you David?
I'm David Copperfield.
Yeah. I heard of
David
that character.
Copperfield.
People dress up as him all the time.
Oh, really?
So how can you tell we're flying south? Because fuck you, that's why. What's south? What's up? We aimed down, of course we're going south, or I can smell her. These are actually horrible. My own included.
I mean, I have to vote for what's up, you know, right? So,
You don't have to, though.
I mean, I have to. I have to. I don't have a... Yo, if you could shotgun a Smirnoff Ice, though, then I will allow you to drink a Smirnoff Ice.
They gotta put them in cans for that.
They
No.
must have some cans of Smirnoff Ice.
You can
No,
just
you gotta use a
chug
power drill.
Rockstar
only way.
vodka.
Glass.
If you can use a power drill and shotgun a Smirnoff Ice, you're allowed to drink it.
You just drink all the shattered glass in your hand, too.
Exactly. That's the only way.
That's why you're allowed,
that
because
is-
Rob accepts that you will be killed by glass.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. You can use a straw to shotgun a bottled drink.
Can you?
You use the straw as like an air intake, and then you drink from the other side of
Oh,
Wait.
that's stupid.
Get a beer funnel.
Oh, hey, the top answer this round. What's up? Okay.
What a great round of Quiplash.
Quiplash. Great as always. Why don't we take some time to